Welcome to the Mobsters podcast. Please be aware that the content of this podcast is primarily social commentary and represents the personal opinions of the hosts and guests. It is not intended to be a statement of fact or an official stance on any issues discussed. This podcast is for entertainment and informational purposes only. We encourage listeners to seek out professional advice for any factual matters or decisions. Listener discretion is advised.
Okay. We're back. What up, man?
Nah, man. What up?
Hey, how you guys feeling?
I'm exhausted, bro.
Hey.
And it's morning.
Hey, it's not even morning anymore, bro.
It's not morning. Yeah.
Welcome. Icebreaker, man. You're the ice queen.
I remembered something I did. You know how, you can experience something embarrassing and it haunts you for the rest of your life. Today, I remembered something embarrassing I did in 2017, and it still gave me chills.
Still cringed.
Yeah, so this is 2017, third year or something. Anyway, third year or second year, I think. So I had this friend, he was in third year. He was like a friend to me and my friends.
Third year meaning above you or below you?
Above me, I was in second year. So in our hostel in uni, we had a restaurant downstairs. I don't know if you'd ever been to my hostel.
Ah, yes.
So we had a restaurant downstairs. So I
wasn't a fan. It was a bit expensive.
It was too
a
expensive.
fan of what? The restaurant?
Yeah.
It was a bit expensive.
As in,
not a
It
big
was. It was.
as compared to what?
Mukono.
It was expensive.
You're comparing it to Mukono.
Yeah.
You as compared to what? Why you not a commuter?
Yeah. It was expensive.
Compared to home, bro. Home cooked meals.
Eat at home.
Brother,
Compared to
why was
free.
I buying food?
Yeah. Anyway,
Anyway, no, but I think the hostel was also expensive. And I think their prices were based off of, the food prices were based off of.
I can imagine what the price is right now.
Rice and fries and gravy was like 7 bob.
Relax. No, it wasn't.
How much was it?
Because rice, fries, and shredded beef, which was the top thing on the menu, was 657K.
I think
so
they used to price it differently for us and for you guys.
Gravy was you think they knew us?
They knew you guys.
And so they think, this is. But you know, even the prices were posted
The
on the wall.
chapos were 2 bob.
The
You know what
chapos were
that
1
means?
bob. The chapos were 1
they were
bob.
2 bob in my head.
Then a pair of sausages were 2 bob. I was there for 4 years.
A chapo being 1 bob at that
I
time
don't know
was
what
crazy
it was.
business.
I don't know what it was then. I don't know why in my mind I remember things
That cafe
being
No,
was
because
expensive.
to be honest, a meal that you would get outside, out in Chikoni, that you'd get for 4K, would be 6.5
Maybe that's why it was expensive in my head.
in that restaurant. Anyway, so I see this guy. He's at the cashier. He's paying for his meal, and I thought it was my friend. I don't want to say my friend's name. I haven't spoken to him, but his name is so unique that if I say it, yeah. But anyway, let's just call him Samuel. So I think it's Samuel. I come running from the back and I hug him from the back. You know how many people were at the cashier that day? And do you know how many? All the workers of the restaurant were at the cashier. The restaurant was packed. The people lining up to pay. So I hug him from the back and
Hug him on what was underarms.
Them wrap
I
around
wrapped
things.
both my arms around his waist.
Okay, around the waist.
Yes, because remember
That's underarms, I guess. You hug
yeah,
him.
because he was taller than me.
Yeah.
And I'm hugging his back. I've plastered breasts on his back, right? And I even sway high. Doesn't someone? He turns around and looks down It's one thing to embarrass yourself on someone you've seen around hostel. This was someone I had never seen in my life. He was probably visiting someone, and I embarrassed myself in front of his friends. His friends were there as well. Time stood
His
still.
babe might have been there even.
So what did you do? What was your reaction? So I can tell you what my reaction would have been.
In that moment, I was like, oh my God. You know, I don't like swearing. I was like, fuck. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I thought you were someone else. Oh my God, I'm going to die. I ran out. I didn't eat lunch. I went to the supermarket and bought snacks.
You released food.
Yeah, because remember the cashier was right next to the main entrance and exit.
You
so
just continued. You just continued on your way out.
Meanwhile, I'm saying, oh my God, as I'm backing out. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I thought you were someone else. Oh my God. I backed out.
Yeah.
I didn't eat lunch. I didn't go back to the restaurant that week.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I think that is one of two things I would have done if I was him. Either I would have tried to save you the shame.
Yeah.
And like acted like it was nothing. Like you hug me and I look and you're like, oh my God, then I turn and I'm like, oh, it's cool. I keep it pushing what I was doing. Or I don't let you run. I'm like, no, chill, it's okay, it's calm.
Why?
Yeah, like, cause where you going? You came here to eat. Did you come here to hug your friend or did you come here to eat?
But I was excited to see my friend.
Yeah, I might try to like stop you so that you can like chill. The only problem is that his friends were around. So maybe he just basked in his flying.
No, but he
like,
did.
yo, man, chicks can't chill me. Like, I don't know when chicks will chill
Like
me.
I was
bro.
telling his boys, man.
Like, bro, this shit happens all the time. To
No,
me.
but he was super calm
let
about it.
me
He
not
didn't say
lie.
anything. Like, he just turned around in shock. He looked at me surprised. Like, he was confused. And then when I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I thought you were someone else. And I run away, go to the supermarket, I buy snacks. Then I go to my friend's room where I would chill from. The friend I thought I was hugging came. And I was like, I told him, but do you know what you did to me today? He's like, what I did to you? He's like, but there's a guy with your back head and skin tone. And this guy was really dark skin, like really, really dark skin. So to see someone with the exact skin, because you know, to be fair, I wasn't wearing glasses. So that's my fault.
Yeah.
But how I recognize people is, if I'm not wearing my glasses, is skin tone, height, and how they walk. Like how they stand, how they walk, their stances. This guy had the same height, skin tone, and the way he was standing, it was my friend.
That's hilarious, bro. That's
Today,
hilarious.
I was
I'm not
brushing
like,
to
maybe
imagine.
Maybe you would have like held your hands and like interlocked his fingers in you so that you can't go anywhere, man. Anytime. Now you have to commit, bro. Yo, no, I thought you was nah, you're here now. You're here now, bro.
I'm trying to think about it like,
What's your name?
if it was like reversed, because on average, you're
Yeah.
taller than the babe.
Yeah,
Now, if you come
100%.
and do that, it's like rubs.
100%.
Oh my God. If
Grab her, put her hands on your chest like this now. Yeah. You came to me. What are you going to say? That I'm you're the one who came here. Now stay. As luck would have it, I needed a hug today. As luck would have it.
I did that.
Yeah.
And here we are.
What
Yeah.
would you do if you were, Sydney, what would you do if you were the guy?
Probably the same thing.
Okay, what
'Cause
would you
why are
guys,
you running away?
where would you guys do if you are the one who has hugged someone, a stranger?
Yeah, see.
See now, that's one of those things women can do that us we
Yeah.
can't.
You know?
I can't find myself in that situation.
This has been like this thing. One of my friends from uni used to do this thing where she would come from behind me and like cover my eyes. I used to hate that thing, but I'm not capable of doing that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because for me, like in that instance that you just went through, it goes very differently for me as a guy. If I come behind a girl and hug her around
like
the
so.
waist,
And you sway.
mind you, even if it's a right chick, it might not end well for me. Even like now, if I came up to you, imagine I find you at a restaurant. I walk up from behind you and hug you around the waist. That's what. Do you know how play you?
But that's not, because that's not our dynamic.
I guess, but it's not our dynamic because me, I'm not that type of guy, bro. Do you have any guy friends who are like that?
That's our dynamic.
Yeah.
I used to.
Who would come from behind you and hug you?
How? What was your relationship with the guy?
Like the guy who I thought I was hugging, that's how we'd be around each other.
And he would come behind you as well.
Nah.
Not around me, but he would come and like on the side. Yeah, no, he wouldn't come and
Yeah, from behind you
Yeah,
on the
behind
waist.
is crazy.
no, he
This
no,
waist.
no. He'd come
Kiss
like
on the neck. Nibble on the ear.
even though he's
he's so greedy. Why have you added that kiss on the neck?
because by the time I do that, I have to go all the way, blah.
But then
That's some just you do like in an Airbnb. You get?
no, but then
Like you're in the sink.
I've died.
Yeah, see, me, I'm not even like, you know.
But then there are two people who Melvin stays defending and saying they're best friends.
Yeah.
Those are the photos they take
No.
of the guy behind the chick. That's the shit they do.
No.
Perspective.
I
It
get why your
depends.
photo of theirs like that.
Yes. I have to defend them.
Mama, it's the camera.
Actually, I don't
You
know
might
if-
have some distance, man.
Today I carried my router.
Yeah, you have the internet. She carried a whole router. baby.
I thought that was for here.
Yeah, no, they're not like that. They're
Can
not
I
like
log
that.
in?
You get the pic. Get the pic. They're not
Yeah,
like that.
you can.
They're not like that, though. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think that if like, I don't know, I feel like friendships, especially guy and chick friendships,
It's a bit different.
you have to be, yeah, I don't know. Let me not speak for other guys. Guys can do what they want. But for me, Yeah, welcome, Windek, welcome, Windek. As Casper looks for the picture. Welcome back to the Mobsters podcast. I'm Melvin,
Sydney.
Casper, and Windek.
Oh, I'm sorry, Casper.
This is episode 143.
I'm still adjusting to like waking up early on the weekend, bro.
Does this angle give best friend to you?
That's all right.
Heads leaning against each other.
That's all right.
Has
You
your-
and I can take a
That's very okay.
You and I can actually take
Melvin,
that pic.
have our heads ever leaned against each
I
other?
can take that picture.
You're acting like her head is
any
like
babe, bro.
in the crown
No,
of his neck,
no, the heads are leaning. I mean, to be fair, she's tall.
She is tall.
But yeah, so their heads are leaning against
So
each
what do
other.
you want us to do? Like
When,
lean
no,
away?
first of all, I've been around you in hills. Do we take pictures with our heads leaning against each other?
I feel like that's normal.
And also, there's a dump they did. Do you remember that dump I sent you? Actually, my friend sent
From
it to
this
me.
week?
No,
Or the other one.
leave that. Leave that. This was like a few months ago.
Uh-huh.
My friend sent it to me and said, "Tell Melvin that these guys claim to be best friends. They're not, right?" I sent a photo to Melvin. In this photo, the guy best friend was standing behind the girl in the photo, and like his hands were around her.
Waist.
Like above the shoulders.
waist.
Waist.
Yes. And even when I sent it to Melvin, Melvin said it would have to be me at the back of
Literally. Yeah, your face wouldn't even be in the pic.
exactly, because I'm a bit too short.
Yeah.
It's like, no. We can't take this photo if you're behind me.
Yeah, I think that if you're
That
if you
photo
guys
you've
are
just shown
friends-
us is very cowardly.
Uh-huh.
Like I can't believe they're friends.
Best friends.
Yeah, I can't believe it.
I definitely have pics with some people where like our heads are touching in a non-romantic way.
Yeah. No, okay, heads touching, kawa. If that's your dynamic, kawa. A guy being behind you.
Well, like heads touching is a bit nasty. The more I
it's
think
a
about
bit
it,
nasty,
heads
bro.
leaning is different from heads touch because we can be like this.
Yeah.
But
But
once
scalp
our
to scalp.
skin touches,
Heads are touching in this
it's
photo.
a different one,
That's
bro.
small.
You wouldn't take such a picture with your sister.
With my sister,
Yeah, with heads touching.
now if it's my sister, it's my sister. First of all, our faces are almost the same, apparently. So-
Yeah.
Yo, the way I'm looking at it, it's more like, you know how guys treat their girl best friends as sisters?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like a guy wouldn't even mind about it. They'll just
Famo
do it
is kawa.
nonetheless.
Famo is kawa. There's
So, you wouldn't do it with Casper,
To do what?
Do what?
having your heads touching in a photo.
For what reason, bro? What
You're
know
trying
what
to
you're
fit
supposed
in
to
a
do?
frame.
Also-
Are we like under bed?
Feel like you're trying to fit in a frame.
There's
Probably
some-
having the
Why
camera
did
so
You
you
close
guys,
to
let
you.
me show you a photo of me
Let me
and
tell you,
Melvin
iPhones
that's
have
going
3
to
cameras. One is
kill you.
one.
That moment, you need a camera to like catch that
No,
moment.
you can play
ASAP.
with angles. You know when like one guy comes in front and another guy is like,
Yeah.
you play with angles
some
like,
bit
that,
of
like
false
this.
perspective.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Guys, there's
That's
a
so
photo
crazy.
of me and Melvin,
Yeah.
where, like, to fit in the frame or whatever, Melvin held both of his hands in front of him like,
You have to do everything else. Make yourself smaller
Can't be.
before your head start touching.
you get it? As in, like, I leaned towards him. I also wasn't touching him, but I leaned towards him. And then for him, he just crossed his hands in front of himself like so. So sometimes she sees the photo on my phone and she's like, bruh, as in, I was like, Melvin's a fool.
Yeah, he's on them ones.
Yes, he's on these ones.
You're a total man. Why would you do that? Man?
That's part of being a total man. You have to avoid all obstacles, man. Yeah.
So
Anyways,
you can't convince me heads touching or taking photos with your female friends where you're strictly platonic, where she's in front of you, you're in front of a mirror. She's not taking the selfie and your hands are
In
around
front
her
is a
waist.
bit crazy. First of all, even like in a mirror and I'm behind, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Anyways, man, I don't know about all that. But those guys I know for a fact are friends, bro. Just friends.
Yeah, those ones are just friends.
Yes, friends.
I think that there is called the friend zone. That's a zone.
Yo, I think sometimes you have to
I don't know.
I
ask
disagree.
yourself this question. If many people are saying that, are you guys really friends? and you have to explain to people that you guys are only friends.
Yeah.
Trust me, you guys are doing some questionable things.
No. So now what are you trying to say
The two of
about
you
us?
explain yourselves.
And
No,
they're
okay.
shooting at us.
No, I'm actually not shooting at you,
Directly.
boy.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm just saying that if very many people are saying the same thing, there's definitely something going on.
So
But honestly,
when
these
the
guys
guy
are
thinks
just
he's
coming
wanted,
off the fact
guys
that you
could
guys
bend
are
the bullet like
completing
so.
each other's.
This
You
is a
know,
matrix.
you guys. Okay, guys, I'm not saying that you guys are probably more than friends
Yeah.
based on the fact that you guys maybe complete each other's
Yeah,
statements,
yeah,
blah
yeah.
blah,
Complete
shit
that
like
sentence.
that. But like in real life, at least for us, maybe you could say,
Hey, you
"These
guys
are
know.
kawaii,
Yeah, you guys
these
hung
are
out with
kawaii."
us. No,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I think like I always say, our dynamic is just playing out before a large audience, bro. So it's open to too many people. Like, and now because that is the opinion of like the masses. Guys are now just
Guys
going
are
with
getting
it.
behind.
And also,
it.
they don't have enough information to jump to a
Exactly.
conclusion.
That's
But I told you guys, when I get my girlfriend, she'll sit here. She'll sit here as
I
what
just-
Casper is there.
Let me not lie.
Be like that
She
guy
wanted
we
the
need
jazz.
that pool we
The
had at
couches are now
Cadamo.
big.
Yeah, that was space.
I can
Actually,
real
it's hella big.
I told
get out of frame.
I
man.
told
Nigga,
I tell
bring
you
your ass
in
back.
frame. I told Sydney that when I get my boyfriend, because I'm not on camera, he'll be sitting next to me to hold my mic. That's it.
It will be the live audience.
Yeah.
Our partners. Magic will sit here. Sidoshi will sit on his lap. Casper's chick will sit.
Brother.
Casper's boy will sit
Boyfriend,
there. When they
You guys
chick will
won't be
sit there.
seeing my face.
To be the live audience. When we say something funny, they clap.
They clap for us.
That guys can hear.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh
my
my
chick
God.
has to be on my
Sydney,
chest.
your ex, my friend, your ex, we're talking like a week ago. And then we're talking about something. Then she's like, anyway, enough about that. Let's cut to the chase. When are you and Melvin dating? Stop wasting our time. You guys are just wasting our time. What is this? I'm like,
That's coming from your friend.
my friend, a friend I've had since I was like 16.
Yo.
Also, no. I know I will. I'll be cool
Yeah.
with that.
Okay, the world is small, bro.
Bro.
Like based off of what she hears on the pod,
She watches the pod.
yes. Not
watches
not
the pod?
often, but once in a while.
You're jazzing.
Hey,
You're jazzing in an ether. Okay.
Your ex watches
You're
the
not in a
pod.
vacuum. It's a public platform. Hey.
You're a public figure.
I bet they're opening my mouth,
Your
man.
ex,
That's later, no,
she
I want
watches
to-
the pod.
Yeah.
Shout out you, man.
Shout out to
Like,
her.
she watches every episode.
Not every episode, but I think when I joined the pod, she started watching the pod, and yeah, and for her, she feels like based on what she's seen on the pod of me and Melvin, she feels like we're just dancing around something.
Isn't it crazy? There is a way girls. Okay, I remember I said this thing sometime back. Like, there is a way girls come through for their own, which is not. It may not be the same
Watching
story.
out for Casper.
Yeah, which may not be the same story with the guys. Okay, some deep, like close guys may come to watch because you're there, but for
Oh,
the
no, but
girls,
then-
it's somehow different.
You think?
I don't know.
So wait, guys would not.
No, they
No,
would,
like
but
they,
not
are you
like
saying like
almost
regarding
everyone.
like watching the pod?
Yeah, most people would come because their
Don't
girl
you,
is
do
there.
your boys watch the pod?
Yeah, some of them do. So, but I'll say this: I think for the pod, her being on the pod has just brought more of a female audience. I think everyone just wants a voice that they can relate to, and now because it's a female voice on the pod, they can relate to that, so they come.
My
As-
guys watch the pod. Maybe in the comments.
Are any of your guys patrons?
Yes.
One of my main guys was a patron. He jumped off, he has now jumped back on. My other main guy, not a chance. Yeah.
My best friend became a patron when I joined
it's
the
not a
pod.
competition.
So I don't know what to say
That's
about
true. She was not a patron before.
Would you guys say sometimes they join the Patreon just to support, not because they love to hear what you have to say?
Sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
And that's why for me, I'm like, you know what? I want you to come and be a patron because you want to be a patron.
To
not
be
for
fair, we have day ones who are patrons that like watch like one pod a month.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess it depends on the person.
I guess. I have some really close friends though who are patrons. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's cool.
But on that note, guys,
Yeah.
make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel.
True.
Yeah, it's a crazy segue, bro.
All these good guys. But you also need to make sure you're speaking to the women. So not everyone is great guys, bro. Are the
Said
women
on that
great
note,
guys?
guys,
Yeah.
guys is gender neutral to me, but okay, ladies and gentlemen,
Yes.
boys and girls, dudes and dudettes.
Mobsters and mobsteristas.
Mobsters and mobsteristas.
Them and they.
Make sure to... No, but mobsters is gender neutral as well, isn't it?
It is.
It is.
Make sure that you're subscribed to the pod. Check right now as you're watching. Make sure you're subscribed. Hit the notification bell to know every time that we post. Our posting schedule has changed. And I think it's still in the process of changing. Obviously, because our shooting schedule has changed. Make sure you hit the notification bell. Follow us and hit us up on all our socials. There's someone who DM'd us on IG and said, you guys said we should reach out. So I've reached out. I was like, okay, thanks for reaching out. Nice. Yeah. So hit up all our socials. The Mobsters Podcast on Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter.
Yeah, and Twitter. People have been asking me about that as well. Yeah.
Then, finally, most importantly, Patreon. Patreon is an app that we use in which we have a small community growing, but still
growing,
growing.
Brother. And I feel like, I know we say this on every pod, but whenever I check and I see how many more guys have joined, I'm just like, bro, this is so mad, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to you guys.
For the patrons thus far, thank you. We appreciate the support. We love you. For the patrons to come,
we love you as well.
Hurry up. To run you only $12345 USD a month, you'll have access to 200 plus episodes. You'll get access to 2 episodes a week, early access to merch, access to your own events when they come up. And yeah, feel free.
Nice.
Yeah.
I should have worn my shades. But now
hear you.
You're at a risk because I don't know if guys will be able to see you in my shades.
Yeah, they would. Don't you dare.
Maybe not. We'll find out on Patreon.
It's a bit too bright, man.
It is bright, bro.
But
light is good. Guys were cooking us in the comments about light.
They were, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked how the pod looks. I won't
So
hold
did
you.
I.
Yeah.
I thought it looked really nice.
Maybe I
bro.
think guys just like the depth of your backdrop, like there are things happening.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
yes,
it was Mark. Some guy was Mark. I think it was Mark. Yeah, who was talking about like having the backdrop of the guys moving and the cafe backdrop was.
It was dope, man.
I like as
And
well.
also the colors are warmer. The other colors were warmer, like the orange couch, the brown background. It was warmer.
But also it was because of the time of the day that we were shooting. We were shooting in the evening under like kind of like ambient light. So the vibe was warmer. Now we're shooting in the middle of that day. In fact, next pod I'm wearing like a vest, bro. I want to wear a vest and shorts.
The sun is
and
over.
sandals.
Why do you want to be? Why do you want to be?
Imagine right now regretting why I was.
Look where we are, bro. We are
That's
under
true.
the sun. This is
No,
a
but
sun-
someone
sunroof.
sent a submission and they were appreciating. They were like, I can't believe you guys wake up in the morning on a Saturday to go to an empty silo to shoot the pod.
Yeah.
Mob love, man. Yeah.
That's what we do, bro.
That's lovely. That's lovely.
That's what we do. It feels good, though. Me, I won't hold you. I do not regret this decision yet.
Neither.
I love this. I love like.
Neither
doing
do I.
this
But
energy.
I'll tell you this. Today I woke up with pain, man.
Hey.
I just woke up and I was like,
But you're looking up for other jazz.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Looking up for other jazz. Yeah. Anyways, man, what are we discussing today? You had started to tell us a bit about like why you are tired today, but are we going to get into that?
Nah.
You don't want to tell.
Today we have to do subs.
We have to do
How
subs.
does whoop out
Let's-
a topic or two and do subs?
Subs. Let's save that. How have we been for Patreon?
Okay.
The first
Okay.
topic, the late Pope.
The late Pope, man. You're the Catholic, aren't you a Catholic?
I'm no longer Catholic. I was born
There's
into
no longer. There is.
What
There's no longer.
Okay, you're a Christian.
Sido,
You cooked.
you've cooked. Let me ask.
But I celebrated Easter and Christmas. I celebrated.
When you're
There are certain times when you have.
when you're filling out forms, what do you put?
Christian.
Oh, like
When denomination is there.
Yeah, you put
I'll put
Anglican.
Christian. Yeah. I can't put others because a lot of times those forms, they read those, bro.
Yeah.
So if it's going somewhere, I would prefer to be received as an Anglican.
Yeah. No, and then also, I think because, especially if you're dealing with like government agencies and whatnot,
Yeah.
when you're signing up for your national ID, your passport, there are certain things you ticked. So
Yeah.
it should all match.
Yeah. I can understand
Yeah.
the need for me to be placed in a certain box. I'm okay with that.
For stats.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
fair enough.
Yeah, okay.
No, I'm not like,
But
I don't
our
think I'm,
national ID is
ride
how
or
many-
die. My truth must be acknowledged. And nah. Sometimes it's not worth it. Yeah.
On the national ID?
How many denominations were there? Like, was there Buddhism, Judaism?
I don't think so.
I feel like
I
it
don't
was
remember.
open. You could just
No.
write there.
Yeah, you could just write yes. 'Cause
It
I
wasn't like there was a
Catholic.
drop down where you just select
on.
which is already offered.
National ID thing. Do you remember?
National ID. I got my national ID when I was in Form
2014.
five?
It was Form 5, yeah.
Form 5? It's probably Christian. Oh, that's when I was questioning. But probably Christian.
When did you stop? Like S6?
Maybe like last year. S6 is when S6 the questioning got deeper. I started to release. I think I fully released like first year, second year. Maybe second year.
Mind you, this is the year he got depressed. Let's continue.
He was in Uganda Christian University.
He left the church and he got depressed.
I feel terrible. Your mom is going to listen to this. I feel like she's going
My
to
mom knows you're not. Yeah, I told her.
Okay.
And she was
Anyway.
like, you love her?
The late Pope. That's
Yes,
Yeah.
man.
I can't
Pope
even. I left Catholicism
Francis.
at 14.
But was he already the Pope by the time you left?
I have no clue.
That guy's
No,
been
you-
the
I think
it was
Pope for
like-
9
How old are
years?
you now?
I mean, let me check.
Yeah,
What?
you
You
became
left-
the Pope in 2013. How old are you?
Oh,
You left the
yeah, he was-
He was
religion
already the Pope.
Yeah,
when
he
you were
was
18.
14.
14.
Who
in
was
Form
before
2.
him? Pope John Paul.
Pope
John Paul.
Who was
Not
before
Benedict.
that? No, Pope Benedict.
Yeah,
Benedict.
Benedict.
Hey,
Benedict.
Benedict.
Benedict
Before
really
Benedict was
resigned.
Paul.
Yeah,
Yeah, John Paul, then Benedict,
Paul,
and
was
then Francis.
John Paul. John Paul was before Paul.
No, John Paul was before Benedict. That's why I meant Paul by saying Paul.
Okay. Paul died, right?
Yeah.
He died as Pope.
Yeah.
Then Benedict took over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Then Benedict released.
Yeah, he
Benedict
released, yeah.
retired.
He retired. He was the first Pope apparently to retire in a long time. Bro.
Oh,
Okay.
That's crazy.
Then this guy took over from him in 2013.
Hmm.
So first of all, R.I.P. Pope Francis.
May his soul rest in peace.
Okay, may his soul rest in peace.
Yes.
Pope Francis.
Speaking of language, let me address this now.
Okay.
There's someone who commented. I think I've never said this on the pod. I don't like swearing. I don't like being sworn at. I keep it cute with my F's and my S's.
I saw that comment.
Someone's like, "Bo, WTF with Casper and this whole age thing. I'm below 25 and I think the fact that you can speak to me like that shows me you're below 25. Don't swear at me. I know this is a public platform and yeah, don't swear at me. I
That's
didn't
interesting.
delete his thingy.
Yeah.
I said, hi, you can put your point across without swearing.
Yeah, which comments?
I commented.
The YouTube comments.
YouTube comments.
YouTube comments. But what the F is with Casper?
Oh, he said what the F is with
He
her.
said WTF.
Yeah, he said
Oh, was it WTF?
It was
exclamation.
WTF is with Casper and
Oh,
this
is
age
with
thing.
Casper. Okay.
I was like, yeah, they don't talk to me like that.
The girl knows what she
The
wants.
next topic is an age topic, so we're gonna get to that.
I know for me it's not just even
But I
about
feel you.
it's not even just
Valid.
about age.
Yeah.
No matter how old you are. I don't speak to people like that and I don't like
speak
being
to me
spoken
like
to
that.
like that. So hi, thanks for listening to the pod. Do not talk to me like that. Your comments will be deleted in the future.
Watch it.
Thanks.
Watch it.
Yeah, man.
What are we saying?
Uh-huh.
Benedict.
Nasal.
Did you watch The Two Popes?
No.
Apparently it
about
was
him?
fire.
Very interesting movie.
Apparently it
Oh,
was
not
very
Benedict, bro.
interesting.
Francis. Benedict is alive. I feel like.
I think.
still.
I don't know.
Yeah, but The
Yo,
Two
shout out
Popes was,
Benedict, bro.
was the transfer from Benedict to Francis. Who died?
It was dramatic, eh?
Francis died, right?
The current one.
Francis
yeah.
died, yes.
Yeah. So it was Benedict to Francis.
What was
it
his
wasn't like
Can you first check the
His real
note
name.
and we read his real name?
His real name?
Because the guy's real name was not Francis, bro.
Yeah,
No,
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 they
you
give
choose
you
a name.
You know that
choose a
even
name.
when people are becoming nuns, they
And
choose a
Chris,
name.
they give you a new name. Eh?
Yeah.
But does he have
Interesting.
just one name or?
Let me see.
Pope Francis the what? 7th? The 3rd?
Francis who? Like, is it Francis with all his other names still?
I think they're like kings. I don't know about now, but like back in the day, there was a time in the UK where you would choose your reigning name.
Sorry, bro.
Let's go. Interesting.
Oh, you're checking.
Yep.
Anyway, as you check, man, he was the first non-European pope.
Yeah. Yeah.
From Argentina.
His real name
South
was
America.
Jorge Mario Bagoglio.
Yeah.
Very Argentine.
That's the
name.
one I remember. Bagogli. I remember it from that movie
The
as
two
well.
popes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like,
He took
Actually,
the
you
name.
should watch
He
that
took the
movie.
name Francis
you guys watch
after
Conclave?
Saint Francis of
haven't
Assisi, who was known for his asceticism and ministry to the poor.
very cool.
Asceticism.
Very cool, very cool, very
Interesting.
cool. Interesting that he took it from him because apparently he was like one of the most like forward-thinking like popes, bro.
Yeah, he was.
What's the word for? He was like a liberal pope, basically,
As walk.
Was.
more or less. He was pushing for a more liberal, inclusive church, bro. That was his
Francis.
whole thing, yeah. For all these years, since 2013, he has been pushing for that, bro. So that's why a lot of his things were a bit liberal, man. Including
And I
like
know
other
it was
genders, including
very,
other
like divisive.
yes,
The Catholic Church.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I would beg to differ on most of the things he has decided on. Like, he'd be like, let's do this, let's allow man and man relationships,
Yeah.
marriages and shit
Yeah.
like that. Okay, that guy has a lot of influence.
Mm-hmm.
I do feel like for a person like that, it's better to just stay neutral.
So for him, before you go, Casper, I know you want to go. Before you go, his thing was, right, inclusivity helps the church grow. So for him, that was his goal. So it wasn't only on that side of say the LGBTQI thing. It was also on the side of other continents. So
Yes.
apparently he appointed mob African cardinals, Asian cardinals.
He did.
His goal was for the church to grow bigger because the church had hit like a slump by trying to stay super, super traditional. So for him, I think what his plan was for the church to grow bigger by being more inclusive of other beliefs. So even things like dealing with like the Islamic community, the Jewish community, he was super, super like for that as well. So anyway, yeah, go ahead. Casper, go.
I agree with that. I was going to say, when you're restrictive, it's difficult to be restrictive in one area and not be restrictive in multiple. So I think with inclusivity, not only do you accept one person, you end up accepting very many different types of people, and I think that was his goal. And also I think, and I was for it, because I think, we all have different interpretations of faith and Christianity and whatnot, but in essence, at least from my understanding of the Bible, it's about love for all. So I was for it. As for what he was doing, I've seen that some of the people that are being looked at to be successors are not even white. So I think he opened up that door.
But let it be known, he had Italian like immigrant parents, bro.
Yeah.
He was the first non-European, but still of European origin.
Yeah,
So I don't know if like,
no, but and also aren't Argentinians white?
and it's also like one of the most racist.
One of the most
countries on earth.
yeah.
So there's that.
No, but him being inclusive,
Yeah.
I feel like, because right now, the people being looked at as his successors, right? A couple of them, there's a black guy, there's an Asian. Was he Asian or
Asian.
Asian? He looked Asian. Yeah, there's an Asian guy. So inclusivity, slowly by slowly, when one door is open and it opens another, like that. They might not get it, and you know the problem with these things is that one person can come back and undo everything someone did. So
Now a really interesting point about when they cast something you want to say. What do
No,
you-
first finish your point.
Okay. A really interesting thing about that is so you know how they are appointed.
Yeah.
Before you watch the movie, but you're voted by this thing they call the College of Cardinals. In that College of Cardinals, only cardinals under the age of 80 are allowed to vote. Mind you, most of the cardinals are really old, bro. There's a lot of guys who are. Apparently, there are like 252 cardinals in that college at the moment. 135 of those are eligible to vote. But because this guy, in his period, appointed so many people, most of the guys who are eligible to vote were appointed by him. And they were appointed because they shared his same beliefs on inclusivity and whatnot. And a lot of them are African, Asian, So it's very likely that the next pope who's going to be voted will also be a liberal pope. And that's the way the popes do it. So they'll appoint a lot of guys who have similar worldviews to them, so that when they die, their mission can continue beyond them. You dig? So it's very likely that the next guy will also be a liberal guy. But it's extremely unlikely that he'll be black, bro.
that he'll be
Very unlikely that he'll be
might
black.
not be.
It's tricky.
The skin is just a little bit too dark. Like
you see, because
no, sometimes they can choose someone who's technically not white, not categorized as Caucasian, right?
yeah,
But the skin is light enough.
Yeah.
The problem with being African, you just can't confuse that. You
The
get
Holy Spirit can see
like
them
someone,
in the dark.
someone can say, "Oh no, but he or she is Hispanic, or he or she is Asian," but they're not as dark as an African.
I don't know if we get into like white supremacy and that jazz, bro. You can't disconnect it from that. Child.
Uh.
And you can't disconnect it from like Catholicism is still very traditional.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. Like just the fact that the seat of Catholicism is in Italy. Well, the Vatican.
The
That's
Vatican.
difficult from Italy.
It is.
But it's in the Vatican. And we know how things are in Italy, bro. As far as race goes. You might appoint a black pope and things fall apart. And all the work this guy has done to make things more inclusive just decimates, bro.
No, but then also, you know what's funny? Anyway, true. Because someone, did you see those videos? There's this guy, he trolls Trump supporters. So he attends MAGA rallies.
Yeah.
And he asks them, what would you do if Jesus came? And then someone said, if he's not legally in this country, he can't go. They're like, I'm calling
There's
ICE.
no fear of him.
I'm calling ICE.
What is wrong with that guy?
Well, because they asked, because this guy, remember the guy asked, and bro, the responses of these MAGA guys kill me.
Yeah.
But so, you do know that Jesus is not America? But yes. So if you see Jesus right now in America, I'm calling ICE. Because if he's not legally in America, he has to go. I was like, as in,
Okay, go where? Because
insane.
by the
Back
time
home.
he,
Go
by the
back,
time
man.
he
Where is he
appears
from?
in the
The
States,
Middle
yo,
East.
Go
Go
back
to
to
Nazareth.
the father, bro.
I think he'll be having a passport.
That's so
Show
funny.
where he's from.
Yeah, man.
Uh-huh.
But should be interesting. Should be an interesting week.
Okay.
I imagine.
Or when
our
is the
next
decision
poll-
going to be made?
Have they
You
started
can't
yet?
know.
And smokes
It
are
can
coming
take
out
years, bro. Because the
Yes.
vote has to be over half.
Yeah, it has to be 2/3, bro.
Yeah.
2/3 of those.
2/3 have to choose one person.
Yes, 2/3 of the
Yeah.
eligible voters
So they
have to
can
pick.
vote for as long as it takes.
As long as
When the
it
guys
takes,
are-
we
Yeah.
vote today.
When the
we
guys
vote
are just-
tomorrow. What do you mean? As long
Yo,
as
when the guys are
not
just
that
standing
simple.
there in front of this St. Paul Basilica. Is it St. Paul? St. Peter's?
They're in,
They're not
the
really just
Sistine
standing.
Chapel. Is it the Sistine Chapel?
Yeah, but that same.
The one
thing.
in the Vatican.
So
bro.
there's a chimney. Yeah. If black smoke comes out, they
They're
haven't
still
yet chosen.
Yeah.
White smoke comes out, they have
They've
chosen.
Even that tells
So-
you, bro. Why didn't they use the black smoke to speak to them? Even that tells you, bro. You did.
So-
I've forgotten everything about Catholicism.
You
If
can watch Euro trip.
they don't
You'll
just
die.
be standing
You
waiting,
learn in a wildest way.
but like they'll be watching the chimney. So like if you're walking by and you see, you announce. Yeah. So that's how it is.
Why
But
do
it could
you
take time.
think ultra religious people,
St. Peter Basilica.
popes, monks, nuns, why do they live such long lives? Do you think there's a correlation, or would it be a coincidence that they be celibate?
Don't take liquor.
You don't know that.
I don't know if they be celibate.
They are supposed to be.
The Catholic ones, yeah.
In public.
Nuns and monks are also celibate, aren't they?
I guess some. I don't know if it's like a must.
I'm not sure. You know the different types of monks.
Yeah, the monks is
yeah.
kawa.
I
For
think
them, they
some
Yeah.
can.
might be.
But there's a version
can take
of
that
monks
vow
that
of
are
celibacy.
celibate.
Yes.
Yeah. And as for Catholics, there's you.
Make sure this table is not knocking that thing.
Yeah,
For
it's not.
Catholics, you take a vow of celibacy.
Did you guys watch this TV show, The Borgias?
No, I didn't, but I know what show you're talking about.
Yeah.
Those guys had kiddos. Yeah. Even like, I'm sure those things of like how a lot of those like seminaries and stuff had like tunnels.
Yeah.
where guys would bring
Yeah.
their wives and kids.
You've
through.
had that story of like that chick who was running a seminary in some Asian country, I forget which one. But she had a casino.
At the seminary.
Nada.
Where?
The US.
Hey.
She owned one.
Oh, damn. They're allowed to do bizarre, aren't they? No.
No.
Yeah.
This chick had a whole casino
Yeah.
that was running a sex ring.
Damn, okay, that's too much. Bro. That's too much.
But the monk thing was a front. So like when they donate,
Yeah, it would come through the seminary and go to the bizarre.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, so
Yeah,
they were
but I
like
don't know if-
laundering it there.
Through the seminary.
yeah.
I don't know if there's a correlation between their long lifespans and celibacy. Because sometimes you hear guys who are celibate talking about like that being your life force, and you're not giving your life force away. When you have sex, you give your life force. Like guys have jazz like that.
But
Have you heard that jazz before?
I don't think it's tied to celibacy.
No.
I just think it's tied to the life they live.
Yes. I think they
Nothing
live-
to do with sex, but
Funny enough,
Yeah.
I think it has more to do with stress.
You think they're
Because
not
they don't
stressed?
live stressful lives. All they do is eat mostly organic food,
yeah.
drink wine,
Those
and
guys
like
be
pray.
very healthy.
Yeah, they're healthy
yeah.
and they're at peace. That's bad. Let me tell you, I think that kills guys the most is stress, bro. Most of these like lifestyle diseases are stress induced, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, not even like I know someone that. I mean, can I say I know someone? I've heard of someone that genuinely was very, very stressed, and they happened to get diagnosed with cancer, and we believe there was a correlation. They had a very
It's possible.
stressful, yeah.
It's possible.
Very, very possible.
Those guys be okay, not chilling.
Not chilling,
like-
but
That vow, it has
They
a
be
name.
chilling.
It has a
sorry,
name, but
they
like
be
that
chilling.
vow of detaching from the world. Not chastity. Chastity is the poverty thing, right?
he's in
Chastity
poverty.
is also like not having sex,
No,
right?
that's celibacy.
That's celibacy.
That's chastity.
Chastity has a.
Let me find out.
When I say I have a chastity belt, what am I talking about?
You might be
Yeah.
cooking, bro.
I think it is.
But they have that vow where they release everything of the world and just focus on their mission.
Yeah.
It's the life they live. Those guys are just.
I have a cousin who is a
Priest?
priest. Used to be an auditor or an accountant, like KPMG in the UK. And he said God called him. The Catholic Church also has divisions and sects and whatnot.
Yes.
So he's in the Jesuit Brotherhood.
Yes, this guy also the first Jesuit.
Yeah, he
pope,
was a Jesuit.
Francis.
One of their major core tenets is poverty. So now he lives it, and also he so happens to be, I don't know how you get appointed or how you become one, so he also happens to be a missionary. So at any one given time, can be in a random village in a random country, spreading the good word.
And those guys be happy doing that. Like,
Oh, he's
Yeah.
super happy.
that's their life.
He's
Actually,
super
you're not
happy.
really. You're not poor. You're poor.
Oh, you have nothing
you
to
have
your
no
name.
personal
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but you're
possessions.
taken care of.
Yeah, but the
You're
church,
not
the church has your
Poor.
back.
Yeah, like
the church has
you're
your
not
back.
lucky. Let me say that.
Yeah, you have probably you have like health insurance, like things like that.
Okay, so chastity, you promise to remain sexually pure
Yeah.
according to your religious beliefs.
Yeah.
This doesn't always mean total celibacy. It can also mean practicing sex only inside marriage if you're allowed to marry in some traditions.
So I'm chaste.
You, don't annoy me.
I'm a chaste guy.
First,
Chaste guy. Bro.
You're keeping it for marriage.
Shout out, Pop F, bro. Don't
So,
forget my F.
but for monks and nuns, chastity usually is no sex ever plus deep emotional purity, no romantic entanglements. You're not chaste. You?
I'm
Yeah.
not chaste.
he's not
I'm
a monk
chasing.
or a nun.
I'm
no,
chasing.
no romantic entanglements.
It
Emotional
said,
purity.
It said for monks and nuns.
They don't
didn't
be
say for
entangled.
everyone.
They be very like it's a straight line.
Yeah.
Romantic
Then now, while celibacy specifically promises never to marry or have sexual relations for your entire life, while chastity, it can be till you follow
People
the
could be saying,
rule.
"Well, I'm celibate."
No,
it's
you're
different also.
chaste.
Yeah.
No. I think you can be celibate for a short period.
No,
That definition says for
celibacy
your
is
life.
for life, while chastity is you're saying I'm not going to have sex till I marry, like till I follow these rules.
Yeah, but I can be celibate for a short period of time.
No,
actually.
it's just
The definition.
the
I think
word.
that's a definition, like religiously, but speaking in a religious context.
No,
Do you
bro.
know what I
This
said
is the
about
word.
It
chaste?
applies both
You
ways.
promise to remain sexually pure according to your religious beliefs.
If I don't have religious beliefs.
No, we're saying for people who say that I'm not gonna have sex till marriage.
Nancy, so what if their basis for saying they're not going to have
Most
sex
of those
is
people
not
are
religious?
most of those people are premised on religion.
What,
But
what
okay,
about
how
the ones who are not?
The ones who are not.
Yeah.
You're chaste.
Bro, to be fair,
That's
even
fine.
marriage
Now,
is a
can you be
lifelong
celibate
thing,
for a short period of
commitment.
time?
But some guys decide to go
Or
into
does it have
divorce.
to be for
Why
a
do you want to use the
People
word?
can always
Just say you're chaste.
break
Why
the
must
vow.
you?
Okay,
Fire to
let me
chest.
ask.
Why?
If you're saving sex for marriage and you divorce, do you wait for your next?
What the fuck?
If you're doing what?
Cooking. He's cooking.
If you're saving sex
If
for
you-
marriage.
if you're waiting till marriage to have sex, then you get divorced. Do you wait for the next marriage?
Or the,
Without
or
having
the one
sex.
marriage has gone.
Or has like you've crossed the
You've
finish
opened the
line.
gate.
Now you finished the game. Now
Yeah,
you're
now it's just
being,
like, but
close,
now
bro.
I'm outside.
I
Yeah.
think it depends on your beliefs.
Yeah, I guess.
Do you know, actually, I was thinking about something, per se, but I won't go into it. And I noticed why God or the Bible decided to say that all sins are the same. Because people will always find a loophole.
Yeah.
That's true.
That
If only-
loophole is there. If I'm divorced now, but I was married, I saved.
As in.
I saved.
I feel like
it's like
it's-
when you save and you buy the car.
Okay, so what's so for you? What's the essence of people
I
who
saved
do
the
that?
loophole. Me, I'm not a loophole guy.
What's the essence of people who do that? I
Sydney.
think the essence of people who do that is that they perceive their body, their mind, their spirit in a certain type of way, and a certain access to their body
Yeah,
is saved
but
for the sanctity
you
of
forget
marriage.
that, like,
Sydney.
with
It's-
religion, there is a group of people that are primarily, why is the word skipping my mind right now? They are very, what's opposite of agnostic?
Pious.
Atheist.
No.
Pious like this.
It's now where like your religion is rules, so you do not know why.
Oh, you don't know why you do something, you just do something.
Yeah,
Gospel truth.
not really. It has a name. I've forgotten. Damn. But like, your religion is not based off belief and like relation. It is. This is what it is. This is what I have to do. Yeah.
There are no
even when they
facts
say
to back it up.
that you wait till marriage, it's not because of your religion and belief and everything. It's just because the rule is there. You get? I've forgotten what it's called.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Sydney.
So there are people like that. And if there's no backing to it, just rules. First of all, that's not even like religion in a way. Secondly, you're bound to find a loophole for that rule if you really want. You get?
No, but you see what's funny is if said people, I don't know what the name is, but if you're about rules, and then you're looking for loopholes, you're not about rules.
Yeah.
As in.
I mean, think about it. The Philistines in the Bible were very rule.
Yeah, driven, oriented, and all that
But
shit.
they're willing
Bro, it's the name Phyllis from Philistine.
Philistines. Is it?
Stop. What's the next topic?
Sydney, I wanted to ask you this thing, yo. If you're a driver, if you're having a car and you're a driver, and then you lose the car, are you still a driver?
I've never driven. Ask this guy.
If you
If you own a car,
Yeah.
that makes you a driver, and you're driving it.
uh-huh.
So what if you lose that car? Are you still a driver? A car driver?
Yes.
No, you have the skills to drive a car, but
Yeah.
you don't have the car to be a
Then
car
drive an
owner.
occupation.
Yeah. That's the other thing. Like I can say I'm a skilled driver,
Yes.
but I don't have a whip to drive.
Mm.
No, auntie, now the traffic officer, now the traffic officer can't pull you over
That's
because there is no reason
That's
to
true,
pull
that's
you
true,
over.
that's true.
That's the same story with you, bro. Like if you're not having a wife, and after a divorce,
You're not married, bro.
you're not married,
Yeah,
bro.
so you can't have sex.
So any sex you're having,
So I'm
it's
saving
not
sex for
inside
the
the
next
confines of marriage.
Anyway, man, to close this topic out, man. Just save sex for marriage.
I agree, man. Safe sex for marriage.
Sex only within the
chaste.
sanctity of a marriage. man. Let's be
Chastity.
chaste. Yeah. That's the name of the sport, bro.
Just
You have to be registered.
Chaste.
man.
Chastity. I like chastity or chaste. What are we choosing? Chastity.
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 Yeah.
You have to be signed in URSB.
Yes.
Yeah.
Before you
Okay.
do those things.
Next topic. Do you guys want to talk about Shannon Sharpe, or is that too hard of a
Yeah,
too
that's
hard of a
crazy.
turn after talking
I feel
about
like we
chaste?
need to, bro.
Yeah, we should.
Just
Actually.
finish the topic on chastity. Now we're going to talk about Shannon
We
Sharpe.
should.
We can discuss
Should
Shannon
therefore.
Sharpe.
Yeah, briefly.
Quick topic before we get into Mobsters Subs. Shannon Sharpe, for those of you who know, is people always like describe him as an former NFL
Ex-NFL,
star,
yeah.
ESPN host. But I
Host
think
of Club Shay Shay.
he's a massive podcaster, bro.
He's a massive.
So on a
I got
podcast
to know about him
from the pod.
not even from his individual pod, from the pod with Ocho Cinco.
Yeah,
What is it called?
What's
My
his-
line. My line.
I forgot what it's
I
called.
forgotten.
Something.
Hi,
Something like
like
that.
But,
So I got to know him from that pod.
yeah.
Then that's when I started seeing Club Shay Shay
Yeah.
clips. And then who's the guy with the hair?
Uh,
The
Stephen A?
comedian.
no.
The short one.
Oh, what's
Cat
his name?
Williams.
Cat Williams.
Yeah, so then I watched. That's the episode of Club Shay Shay that I watched.
I'll say he's one of the biggest podcasters, I think, in the world right now. He had a massive 2024. The Cat Williams episode was beginning of 2024, right? So it's nuts how 2025 is playing out with that interview in mind. Because that interview was about like the truth coming out and So this week, Shannon Sharpe was accused by a young white lady of sexual assault, among other things. And he very quickly came out, denied the allegations, dropped like screenshots of his conversations. with the
Remember,
chick.
she's an OF girl.
She's an OnlyFans girl. Yes,
Yeah.
we came to learn that. In the lawsuit that was filed, because she filed a lawsuit against him for $50 million. In that lawsuit, she's called Jane Doe. Because in
Yeah.
some of these sexual offenses, they try to protect the identity of the victim.
Victim.
So she's called Jane Doe. Shannon Sharpe came out in his statement, blew up the spot, said who she was, gave guys her OnlyFans,
But that video was like
Posted-
6 minutes.
posted screenshots. So he defended himself, said all of these are lies. It's a shakedown. Yeah, people think it's because his like contract negotiations had been leaked or something like that. Whatever.
And you saw apparently how much?
100M
100
for the
M.
contract.
100M.
So calm. That was that. Apparently, it's an audio that came out. I listened to it. That her lawyer dropped after he dropped the screenshots. The lawyer dropped an audio of Shannon Sharpe.
And you might also want to
Apparently,
mention who the lawyer is.
yeah, the lawyer is some guy called Tony Busby,
Yeah.
who's known, who we might remember from the Jay-Z suit. He's the
The
guy who
Diddy
sued
one as
Jay-Z.
well.
The Diddy one as well.
Yeah. He represented a bunch of like
Yeah, so
jingles.
he's known for these kinds of suits against rich, seemingly mostly rich black men. If you've done something, he comes with the victim or the alleged victim, and they shake you down for some dimes. So, anyways, that was that. Then today morning, was it today morning or last night? Another person accused him of sexual assault, and I think she's also suing him.
And she's an
Yes.
ex-girlfriend.
If you guys remember Shannon Sharpe video from a few months ago.
The audio that
The
was
audio.
leaked of them doing,
Yeah, of him, I think like,
of not being chased.
yeah, no, yeah.
That guy was.
That video, the name he was saying, Michelle, that lady is now suing him as well for still sexual assault. Although what the instance she's suing him for happened in 2010. So she couldn't file civil proceedings against him. In America, I guess like there's a statute of limitation for civil
I
matters.
think, yeah.
Here, that doesn't exist. So you do a crime in Uganda,
For civil matters.
criminal.
Or for criminal,
For criminal
yeah.
matters.
For
There's no
criminal, we
statute of
don't have.
limitation,
Yeah.
for
But for
criminal
civil,
matters.
we do.
Yeah, we do.
We do for civil.
Yes.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So she has also sued him. I don't know how much she's suing for, but yeah, man.
I
That's
want to-
Shannon Sharpe's predicament at the moment.
I really want to see how this plays out.
Yeah.
Also, a bunch of people from his side say that these guys were just rough, bro. So, like the audio you listen
Oh, yeah,
to,
that it was consensually rough.
yeah, consensually rough. So, I really want to see how this plays out, whether it's like a settlement or.
And even the text he released, like, there were a lot of expressions of desires of wanting to be something.
100.
And
Yeah, but also that jazz wasn't cute. Some of that jazz, man.
of that, just of
Put a big black baby in me.
I saw that thing and I laughed, bro.
Yeah, but how sus is that? How sus is that?
listen,
That's like, have you heard of like those white people who have like a black fetish?
fetish. Yes, I was just about to say.
what it was
I
giving,
think we are privileged, being African and living in Africa, to never know that fetish.
Yeah.
know
That's
it
what I'm
though.
saying. It's not cute to you.
We see it though.
No, but has anyone ever wanted you because you're African? We're all African.
Because I don't have dreads. I keep telling you
Oh,
guys
but the white
this.
chicks are
Yeah.
But
coming.
the ladies want that.
That
I
one.
keep
One
telling
thing,
you
light
guys.
skinned kids.
I think there's.
I would have a
nothing
white
to-
chick in
You
1
think
week. if I
Melvin
had
thinks
dreads.
he's light skinned?
No, I'm meaning like a black chick dating a white guy for a kid.
Oh, for mixed race kids, yes.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
Even with the white guys and the
I
black
think it's
we see.
day.
Yeah,
It's
but
just
no,
because
but
we
you
are
see
very-
here, it's not.
Let me
I don't
give
want to
you-
say something about people here that
Let me
date
give you
white
an
people,
example.
but here it's not something common.
What's not common?
Like, I mean, it's not something like. Melvin, how many of your friends have white girlfriends or white women?
many of my
Because
friends
we
have
are in the
dreads, bro.
same circle.
How many of my friends fit that?
Aesthetic.
Yes.
Let me
That's a
tell you
thing,
the
bro.
funniest thing. Go to another country and say you're Ugandan. There'll be someone who will want you because you're Ugandan.
But not because you're black.
But I'm giving you that example. Yeah, you're Ugandan. So that's also like a what? Stereotype. Is that the word?
I guess.
No, but you
Yeah.
can't also.
So
It's a
there's
fetish
bound to
also.
be,
You
like,
can't-
if you exposed yourself to a country where it's predominantly another race, there are bound to be people who will want
So,
you because you're black.
Yeah, but
You're
what I'm
just in
saying,
UG.
as we are, yes, that's what I'm saying. We are privileged to be here.
Yeah.
Where I mean, I've not been there, and someone has wanted me because I'm African. Maybe they wanted me because I have a big forehead.
If more
I don't know if
patrons
that's a
subscribe and we
fetish.
go for a world tour, you will see.
Is that a
Yeah.
fetish?
What?
I don't know. Like,
My guy likes big foreheads.
yeah, no.
Fetishizing, I think has to be like more.
It's as if dehumanizing or
Yes,
something.
yes,
Let me
yes.
get the
It's more
definition.
objectifying.
Yeah.
I guess, bro.
Yes, you
No, I
don't.
feel like there has to be some weirdness to it.
Why are you judging people's fetish?
Because
Okay,
now,
let her explain what a fetish-
preference.
Let's not, I guess.
Can you guys separate a fetish from someone's preference?
I think
Yes,
there's a
you can.
separation.
There's a
She's going to get us
separation.
the difference for
There's
sure.
a
A big ass
separation.
forehead, I feel like it's a preference.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I
Fetish
think so
is much more rooted in like desire. I don't know. Let her
Exactly,
explain
yeah.
it. Let her
It's a
explain
weird
it.
desire.
It's not weird. Don't you're yucking people's fetishes, man.
I ain't doing that.
It's sexual preference, innit? Let her explain.
A form of sexual desire in which gratification depends on a non-genital object or body part.
Interesting.
The pathological displacement of erotic interest and satisfaction is to a fetish.
Displacement.
Yeah.
Like the way you rub your forehead on my dick. That's
They said non-sexual, like,
I guess that word is not really
Forehead.
sexual.
yeah, the
it's
word
not.
is not.
Yeah, that's
But if
what
we're saying you rub your forehead on your...
Yeah, that's
First of all,
that's
pause.
fetishization.
that brings
that's
your
a
guy's
fetish. That's a
satisfaction,
fetish. It's
right?
just crazy
But
to say
because
on
you see,
mic.
it's different from saying
Nigga
man.
wants sit there.
I find women with large foreheads attractive.
Cute, yeah.
That's different from I like your forehead because the way it looks.
When-
You dig it? Yeah.
When I was in Form 5,
I can
Pause.
perform a sexual act with your
When
forehead.
as-
You
Let
dig
me
it?
cook, let me
That's
cook.
displacement.
I think this would be fetish. I don't know how to say that
Fetishization.
word, yeah. But when I was in like Form 5, who was he? I've forgotten. I think he was a Form 6. Anyway, there's a guy who, as in holidays, I think he was in uni. He said, "Oh my God, you have a certain type of eyes." I said, "Uh-huh. What type of eyes?" He's like, "Yeah, I really like your eyes. Those are what they call BJ eyes." Said I,
Yeah, but see, I don't think that's fetishization.
That's not
He
really
was
a fetish.
cooking.
That's
BJ
not really a
eyes.
fetish.
I don't think that's fetishization.
That's a stereotype.
The guy
I
was
just don't want to
cooking.
say that word. How
Cooking how?
how is that cooking, bruh? BJ eyes.
Yes.
Yeah, but see that for me,
And I
that's,
can,
that's
I
not
can attest to
fetishization.
that.
Yeah,
What
that's
a
not
BJ?
a fetish.
You guys,
No, but that's not a fetish
That's
because
not a fetish.
in order for it to be a fetish, I have to be able to perform a sexual act with your eyes in particular. So it's different for guys who.
is a BJ an act of worship?
No, he's not
It's a
using your
sexual
eyes to get the BJ.
Yes, the BJ is a
understand?
separate act from
Exactly.
the eyes, you know.
But was he not
But if he was on some
insinuating?
man, I like your eyes, I want to lick them. You dig it? That's now a sexual act that I'm performing with
How
your
wide
eyes.
do I have to
Uh-huh.
open
First,
my eyes?
first
bro?
and foremost, yeah,
Yeah.
Has to pop out.
was him saying BJ eyes not insinuating that these eyes make him want a BJ from me.
But that's like, I think you're attractive. It's like a guy who talked about a chick who had
I think it's quite different from a
that's
fetish.
not,
Like, not
the,
it's-
I
that's
think it's
not
very
the same
different
as
from a
you're
fetish.
attractive. No.
Guys, here is a fetish. A fetish, as Melvin has said, it has to be used.
It has to, be
To
a
make
sexual
someone nut.
displacement.
Unfortunately, like
You
how I
understand?
interpret it is like him saying that is just like a very cross comparison to like saying you have a big ass.
I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess.
Okay, like
You
when
have
I was-
beautiful
when I
eyes.
was
It's also the
younger,
same.
in like Form 2, I had a teacher, a female teacher. My literature teacher told me, "Oh, you have come to bed eyes." So I was like,
What? In form what?
2.
Who is that teacher?
Which class was that?
Yes, 2.
That's true.
That teacher will have to.
Us. Should not be teaching in schools.
No, but no, she
No,
was a
no.
woman.
Oh, babe.
She was a woman.
Like a,
She was a
Are
woman.
you living
just
under
be
a
figure of
rock?
speech.
As in,
Nowadays, sex has nothing. Like, it's not gender neutral nowadays.
yeah, but in that
Babe.
moment,
Was it that's a babe school as well?
I don't think
yes.
she was flirting. I think, that was
I don't
like
think
a
she was
figure of speech.
flirting. I was just like looking at her in a certain type of way, I guess. And she pointed it out, like the whole class stopped. And we gave the moment attention
And moved on.
She
And
said it
moved
in
on.
front of everyone.
in front of everyone in the middle class.
Bombo class.
Anyway, bro, I feel like we've lost. We've
That
lost
is
sight of the
fetish.
topic.
I think that's fetishes, huh? Whatever. So I think these women, of course, anyway, I can't even say if they're going for him because he's black. I think also because he has money.
Yes.
But also him.
Unc is 50.
Let me tell you guys something.
He's 56.
Let me tell you guys something about having money, not from experience.
Observation.
Just to be clear, not from experience. But
Hypothetically
let me
speaking,
just tell you this:
like
if
right
you
now you're
have
talking
money-
about
yeah,
photosynthesis.
if you have money as a 50-year-old,
If you had leaves,
Yeah,
a
it's still about
single.
photosynthesis.
yes,
Single
if you have money as a
50-year-old
50-year-old man in America,
Mm-hmm.
as famous as Shannon Sharpe is, he has the right of choice, bro. Like,
Yes.
he can pick whoever he wants.
Yeah.
And that's who he picks.
These white women are not targeting him. He is choosing these white women, and like now he's suffering the consequences. Do I need to play a Dr. Umar clip here for guys? Like, I don't know when guys are going to get it.
Yeah.
But what irritates me about the Shannon Sharpe situation is it's very confusing to me because his podcast has blown up because of its association with all of these popping black people.
Black culture, yeah.
90% of his guests are black people. A large portion of it is beautiful black women.
I have
So
a caveat.
I don't get why in his personal life he seems to exclusively be dealing with white women.
I have
bro.
a caveat.
Uh-huh.
Let me throw it there. You don't know that it's exclusive.
That's
you just
true.
know the ones that have.
that have come
Yeah.
out. Bro.
Come out.
There
That's
might
true.
be a bunch of black
I
women.
That's true.
saw
Yeah.
a thing where someone was trying to explain why this happens, especially in the NFL. They were saying that now for like Shannon Sharpe, who's from the South, right? Shannon Sharpe was born in the 1960s in the South.
Yeah.
You get?
Yeah.
There's a certain way America was at that time.
That's true.
So that apparently they were deprived, not necessarily by law, but by society, the right to have access to these women. You get?
Yeah.
So they feel like they have gotten this right by virtue of their success, their
Kind of
money.
things, yeah.
Exactly. So they're like, oh, now I can get, you thought I couldn't, now I can. And I don't even think it's deliberate or conscious. I think it happens subconsciously of like growing up at a certain point in time in the South. You did not have access to these women. Or you would be looked at funny, or these women would be shunned for having a thing with you. But now you're a 56-year-old guy. It's 2025, and you're worth hundreds of millions of shillings. And that's who you, well, look at that poverty mentality. Die. Hundreds of millions of dollars. And
Benji's.
it's giving you access to 19-year-old girls.
And I'll say this
I
just to
don't
add,
know,
just to
man.
add to that.
Yeah.
How old is she now?
Even without
21.
imagine that. That's nuts, bro.
They
That
say-
is nuts.
They say that if you subtract her age from his
his.
age, he's still a 30-something-year-old guy. And a 30-something-year-old guy should not be with a 19-year-old.
But I'll say this, man, just to add on to what you said, even without considering the 1960s jazz of them not being allowed, I think because they live in majority white communities, the beauty standard that they grow up with is white women, bro. So for him,
I have another
those might
caveat.
both be like bad chicks to him,
I
bro.
have another caveat. I definitely agree with all you've said. But I also feel like the race thing is heavily publicized, bro.
Okay.
If you look at NFL players, the black ones, many of them have black chicks. The few that have white babes are the ones you hear about the most, bro. Yeah? And they're the ones who people make noise about the most. So, while I'm in agreement, I also just don't think it's like the majority.
I can't speak for the NFL, but I see like the Premier League and the other things that I follow, bro. Those guys
Yeah.
do not have black girlfriends, bro.
The UK is a bit different.
The
UK is a bit
UK,
different.
France,
The
Spain,
UK is not
Italy.
predominantly.
You
Actually,
know what-
Europe
You know what
is
a
not
fool
predominant.
called Melvin said?
Uh,
Man, when they're choosing white chicks, they don't choose the baddest.
you guys.
They choose normal
Anyway,
chicks.
hold on. I
I
don't
just-
just to.
Like I said, where you find
I
a
really-
bad, like a
I'm really
sportsman getting a
unfortunate.
bad white
Unfortunately, I
chick.
don't know.
Why?
I don't know.
But there are very many beautiful white women.
The beauty standards for the white
I'm
people,
not
I don't
really
feel
a
like
fan
us
of,
has
like,
to be
the
a part
race
of
thing.
them.
The
I
European
really
guys.
am
Ah.
not, bro.
The European guys, let me tell you something. For them, man. Now them be collecting them, bro.
The cream of the crop.
How them be collecting European things, some of them, bro.
Hey,
But then anyway, I guess
I'm
everybody
really not
to each
a
their
fan
one.
of that race thing.
Or which race thing?
I don't know. That's just because maybe I'm like in Uganda. I'm in predominantly
Which
black
race thing are you
people.
not a fan of?
Like that entire conversation. Like this guy is the black successful guy. He has chosen like a white babe.
So what are
There
you
are so few of those cases
They're not.
that get the most.
Actually,
Listen.
Wait,
The
they are
fact
not
that you're
the
pointing
main
that
Let me
thing
land,
out,
let me land.
it's
Let me land.
racist.
Let me land.
What?
The fact that someone is pointing that thing out, this black sportsman is dating a white chick, it's racist.
Like, for me, this is my point, yeah? And allow me land.
Ah, no.
Yeah? those cases are so few in comparison to the black and black
No,
couples.
they're not.
Listen,
They're actually not.
let me land. Yeah, the cases, yeah, of a guy dating a white chick, yeah, get so much attention. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
In that, the discourse around it is mob, and I feel like it does not have to be. It really does not have to be.
But you know what causes these things? When you see a team photo. Do you remember that time when it was way back, like Drogba days, when Chelsea did a photo shoot with their wives, the players with their wives. I remember that was one of the blackest Chelsea teams.
That was the blackest team in the
You
world.
remember how many guys had black wives? Drogba. Who was the white? Who was the black wife?
I'm saying the UK is different. The UK is different. Yeah,
Europe,
I'm talking
okay, maybe let's
about.
discount
I'm
Europe.
talking about the US. Yeah, if you go and do like a check, yeah, because I did, bro. Yeah, I was like, why is everyone talking about this? The guys with white babes, in comparison to guys with black babes, we're talking about black guys. They are much fewer than people think, but the discourse around it is heavy.
Maybe it's
in that it makes it sound like every black guy has a white
Maybe
babe.
it's because it's the peak guys.
Maybe. That
Like,
could be it.
Don't be the poster child, but don't be the face of this jazz. And then you're the one.
Why not? That's
Because
his babe. That's
no, but the
his
thing
babe,
is
bro.
that's the problem. though.
Okay,
That's why
let's
guys.
look at this, a random sample. There's no official NBA database that tags players' spouses by race, but one of the more detailed looks comes from an informal September 2022 survey of 231 black NBA players still active as of mid-2020. Here's what it found among the 60 who were officially married. So here we've even counted out baby mama stuff, just officially married. Of the
It's
60,
NFL.
That is
NBA.
NBA is tricky.
It's
NBA
a bit
guys,
different,
NBA
yeah.
guys like black women, but you go.
And by the way, by the time NBA is known for liking black women,
Yeah.
but yes, and I think this is why the numbers are even trying to be close.
Okay.
Of the 60 that were officially married or engaged at the time, 17 were with black women.
Out of what?
60.
Yo, that's nuts.
You guys.
18, 18 biracial. 25.
It's a majority.
I don't know.
Majority is white women.
For me-
out of a sample size of 60
Are
married.
those black men?
Yes,
Those
black
are black,
NBA
black
players.
married
yes.
men?
But see, at least the NBA. LeBron's wife is black. Like
Steph
For
Curry.
me, that's what I want. Like I want the top guy to be like. Because for you, see, you don't care about the race shit. Me, I care about the race shit.
Yes, so
No,
do I.
it's not that I don't care.
Yeah.
It's not that. Please don't get it twisted. It's not that I don't care.
Yeah.
It's that even in that discourse, one, why are you deciding for the guy? Two,
I'm not deciding
if
for
he's
him.
hard,
Deciding.
if he's hard, yeah. I remember for me, I think this is when my perspective changed. Yeah, there's an NFL guy, and I was a big fan. Again, the name is skipping my mind. I'll probably remember in the middle of this conversation. This guy has a white wife. Everyone is cooking him. Yeah, and the guy said, "Brother, I was in D1 college football. I was dating her. Yeah, I traveled to another state to play. I think it was like Pennsylvania or something. Why am I forgetting his name? That chick went with him, supported him, blah, blah, blah. And his point was, this is my wife. I've been with her since college. I'm almost retiring. Why are guys attacking her when the rest of you have done nothing for me? This chick has done everything for me. But everyone is attacking her for being white.
Oh, this is a new. This is Travis Hunter, right?
No, this is not Travis. Travis Hunter also had a thing like that.
She black or white?
She's white. I think she's white.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
She's white but black passing. Or
Yeah,
black
something
behaving,
just like
black.
that. Yeah. So
Yeah.
for me, in my head, that's why I'm like, I get the race thing, and of course the optics, you want it to be black. But if that's this guy's experience, he's been with a babe since college. She has moved states with him, moved teams with him. I have no right to judge for him for wanting a white babe.
Yeah, but
I have no right.
No, I mean I can understand it. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can respect it, but I retain my right to jazz.
I also
You-
retain
you
my
do.
right.
I
to-
retain my right to
Actually,
jazz.
for me, if like let's say, because of Melvin and the things he sends me, or sometimes I'll be looking at a good-looking athlete, right? Now, there are times when my TikTok can be filled with like athletes. Let it pop up and you have a white babe, uninterested. I'll think of that video so that I never see you again.
I, unfortunately to me, I just feel that discourse causes so much divisiveness. And in my mind, I interpret it as such a form of unfortunately, this is not the word I want to use, but I can't find the right word. Yeah.
Racist.
Like prejudice.
Yeah, prejudice. To like say that, and yet we are campaigning for unity.
I know.
You get
Also,
it? So for me, that entire argument is just not for me.
Did you see
It's
this
really not.
video where they said, what's the name of this actor? Robert De Niro. Robert De Niro does not like white babes
No, he doesn't.
at all.
He doesn't.
Is
At all.
He really doesn't.
All his exes, baby mamas, in the past were black chicks. His current chick is Asian. He does not like. He has no business with white babes, right?
I mean, De Niro is not. Okay.
He's
Italian.
white.
Yeah,
He's
it's-
Italian.
I had a really interesting. Doesn't use that thing. A very interesting argument on like becoming white.
Oh yes,
That
yes.
was
How
fire.
white is not just a skin color. It's a class that you graduate to. Irish in the States were originally
was.
Italians were not white.
Yeah,
So De Niro is Italian. And he's old, so he has been there since before those guys were white, really, bro.
So
Before they achieved white.
So they're talking about it, and they were saying how his grandchildren, like the number of black people in his family, are soon going to outnumber the number of black people in Diana Ross's family.
Crazy.
Diana Ross is black.
Yeah.
She had kids with a white man. Her kids are marrying white people and producing white children.
Crazy.
Right? Yeah. So, I mean, and then they placed photos next to each other. You see Diana Ross's grandkids? A substantial lack of melanin.
That guy's thing was dominant, bro.
That happens.
Yeah.
I had a guy, I can't remember what podcast it was, but this guy was talking about, he was only talking about race. And he was saying he's black, his mom was white, and his dad was black. His wife, her parents, she's also mixed race. So their kids are lighter than both of them. And he knows that, like, in the next, in fact, no, his wife is white.
Yeah.
So his kids are light. He said, like, he has a kiddo who looks white.
White,
bro.
yes.
So, like, he's explaining how complex it is to explain race to his kids. Especially the one who is white passing. Because he might never ever have to deal
Experience,
with this child.
yeah.
So, and he's saying, in, like, his grandkids, if his kids decide to marry white, will not know that they had a black granddad.
Did I send you? Excuse me. Did I send you that video where this chick, she's a mixed race chick, like one black parent, one white parent, but then she was like, "Nah, babes, I don't look at white people. I'm not finishing the ink." She was really light skinned. She had blonde hair, but curly hair, but like blue eyes. She was like, "I have like 3% of the ink. I am not." She's like, "I only date dark skinned guys."
Yeah, for me, I promise you, whenever those conversations come to
the
like my phone,
submission.
I move on.
I mean, fortunately,
Because I also just don't want to make that like a thing for me. Like, I'm already tired of the race conversation. It happens everywhere. But like someone choosing their partner, that's a bit different. It's far moved from me because that's who they want.
Oh no, but there are people, you see also where this argument comes up is that there are people where you look at their past, right? First of all, there are people who say, can someone have a preference? I prefer white women. What do you mean?
I prefer white women. Me, if I prefer a chick with a big ass, now
I'm not
just.
gonna lie, even me, like, maybe the reason why I be so frustrated with the black athletes I be dating white women, I also just be projecting my own preferences.
Yeah, because you
If
know
I-
what
if
you
I had
like.
all the money
You know
that
what you
you
like.
had, that quality of black woman that I would
As
have.
in, like if you
Bukayo
were,
Saka.
Guys,
Is that
bro,
you,
see?
blood?
This is what Saka's doing.
yeah,
Yeah.
like if you were Shannon Sharpe, Megan Good would not have bypassed you.
Oh my god. I would have the peak.
And
black
let me
woman,
tell you,
bro.
like, if you ever see me with a white babe, she has mob confused me. Because I'm also predestined to melanin, bro. But if I had like 100, if I signed that ESPN contract, Megan Good, you're playing.
All
But
these things are judgment. Because even me, like,
Yeah.
I feel funny.
She
about
just
the fact
engaged or
that
she's married?
She is married. She's married.
Yeah,
What's
she's
his
married.
name? Jonathan Major.
Jonathan
And I
Majors,
was
yeah.
going to say,
Yeah.
how Shannon was talking about the Jonathan Majors thing with Cat Williams. And then Cat Williams said they got him a beautiful black woman to redeem him and clean up his image. Right? For Jonathan Majors. So now guys are saying
Which beautiful black woman is going
he's going to
redeem
clean up.
Shannon?
Yes. And then we're talking about how, and this is also why people get nagged or annoyed.
Yeah.
Kawa, you have a preference. Be with your preference. You get in zibs with your preference. Now you start looking at black women. Black women are seen, especially in the States, this is the narrative, they are seen as healers, protectors, providers. Why? Yet when you're blasting,
Not there. But like you said, we don't know.
Anyway, we don't
You
know.
don't know.
For me, just to close this thing out, I feel it's still on my projection judge. I guess it's all projection and unfair judgment or whatever. But I just feel that it hurts me to see a guy who is at the peak of this podcasting thing that we're doing, and he's 50 years old, and like he's still like, as if like sexually indisciplined, bro.
That's-
No,
Nasty.
that's different from what I'm saying.
I know.
That one I get.
I know, but it just irritates.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, you have all the money in the world, bro. Heal. Whatever is causing you to be like this, bro. Heal that jazz and keep it pushing, bro.
Did Shannon Sharpe ever marry?
Guys, do you know how with the amount of money that guy has, if he wants to be a freak, he can be a freak in peace without being weird with
That
like
is-
19-year-old chicks.
You
The guys'
dig.
money are going to other places with their wives, mind you.
You dig. Doing
With
the
their wives. You
freakiest.
can be a freak in peace somewhere,
Yeah.
I don't, the
consensually.
thing is, I don't
I'll
know
tell you
like
this.
athletes' names. I saw this pod where it was like athletes jazzing, and there was this guy saying how him and his wife go to like swingers clubs,
Yeah.
and they were talking to Kevin Hart, and Kevin Hart was like, "What?
Yeah.
You do?
I'll
What?"
tell you this. Unfortunately, yeah, the world we live in, money can make people do some dumb things.
Of course.
Yeah.
You can end up being
I mean,
Diddy.
think about that island.
Yeah.
I can't say because of
You
YouTube.
can end up being Diddy or Epstein, that's true.
Fetishes
We
are
can't say- we
It's a
can't say that.
slippery
Like-
slope, yeah.
That
Even-
money thing is tough.
Then
bro.
money
It
thing
is,
makes
it
it
is.
hard to differentiate enjoyment from ownership.
yo.
You get it.
I feel like
Like,
even the
Shannon might
fetishes
be a.
have been
The what?
popularized by a lot of money. Someone having access to a lot of money, so they start developing fetishes.
Yeah, like here's the thing.
I think actually develop
This is what they say about those
I
guys.
don't want you to think guys without
it
money
comes from
are
a-
not
Wow.
wildy.
You,
Guys are
what-
broke and freaky.
That's
That's why the guy
That's
made
what
that
you want.
whole day. He has put it in between those. Yeah.
that's what
That's
you
his
want.
vibe.
The issue now is you can afford it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the issue.
Anyway, man.
Guys,
Or
I
you
have
can afford
something.
to make it
Happen.
weird.
That as well.
I have something. I don't know
And now you
whether
just keep exploring. You're
it's
like, I've
weird.
done this now. What
Well,
can I
say-
do
say-
next?
Better say it now because after we're closing. We're closing this topic.
We're doing
I don't
something.
know whether it's
Say
weird
your
or
thing.
not. You know the PDF files, guys.
Yes.
Why don't they just date little people?
You know what?
I think we should.
Let's leave it. Let's leave
Let's
this
go
topic.
to subs.
Yeah, let's leave this topic.
Oh my
Yo,
god.
the point is here, man. Just in closing, man. I just want Windek, you're a wild boy. The point is, I think people need to heal, bro. That's to close this topic out. Let's just heal. Heal now, so that when you get money, these types of things are not happening to you, bro. But we can get into that later. Let's do some subs.
Time for
Let's do some
subs.
subs.
So that
How long
person
have
who-
we done?
An hour 7.
Nice.
Nice. Let's do subs.
Nice.
Okay.
Let's have it. We must
Let
have hella
Hell,
subs.
our questions never get read. That's a sub.
That's our fault. That's our fault. That's our
My
fault.
bad. But to be fair, if they don't get read on YouTube, they get read on Patreon. So what can I say?
Sorry.
Hi. Mine is an inquiry, and I think Melvin is best placed to answer it.
Nice.
So a friend of mine and I started a podcast this semester. It's called With Chap.
We've
Pod-
chopped. Oh, I've seen this.
Podcast.
I've seen this.
And
I've
as
seen
you know, podcasts have running costs. So my question is twofold. First is how to effectively manage a podcast in a cost-efficient way. And how to, in a cost-efficient way, and also how to attract sponsors.
this. Okay, I can answer the first one. The first part of that question. First of all, I've seen your podcast. It popped up on my YouTube. I think a couple of months ago. So shout out to you guys. About managing the pod in a cost-effective way. The truth is, it's quite expensive to run a podcast. We were fortunate that by the time we started the pod, we weren't in uni. We were all working a bit, so we were able to like put a bit of money together to get the equipment and to handle like the day-to-day costs. But what I'd advise is you guys should maybe invest in like simple equipment. I can't remember what you guys are using, but invest in simple equipment. I'll say lapels to start. You can connect the lapels to your phones. It should be super easy to record. Then learn how to edit, man. If you don't have the money to hire an editor, just gain the skill for yourself. If you have that time, especially like uni, uni, you can still like, you can learn how to edit. I don't think it's like the most difficult thing in the world. Wendy can tell us, but
Can someone learn how to edit part-time as they're in uni? Can they learn online?
yeah,
They can.
because the other podcasters I know edit for themselves. So yeah, that's
Even a bunch of the big
yeah.
podcasts.
A lot of guys edit for themselves, but I was seeing this Wisdom K guy saying that he edits for
Does
himself.
everything
Yeah.
himself, yeah.
So you can edit for yourself. That's very, very smart. A smart thing to do for money. About attracting sponsors, I think Ibenas was still hacking that one. Yeah, I imagine it comes with time, but you kind of have to just put yourself out there and gain the audience, build the momentum. Then you can approach sponsors and like do it with confidence and know that you're offering them something. So that's the advice I'd give, bro.
You have something to add, Sydney or Wendy?
Nothing to add.
What is the role of a girlfriend? Brackets. First time in the club. Oh, I think it's her first time being a girlfriend or first time having a girlfriend.
I thought this was a guy asking.
I'm not sure.
Interesting.
Okay,
That's key.
tell her. You're the only girlfriend here, so you first tell her.
I'm not a girlfriend currently. I
You've been
failed
You're
miserably.
You're the
at
only one
it.
with experience. Your experience in this area.
I failed
You didn't fail
miserably. at it.
miserably.
Okay.
You were there for a decent tenure. You are like Pope Benedict.
A good tenure? No, not so much.
No, decent in terms of like
Time.
spent.
But I think you give as good as you get. If
Huh?
you can only give as good as you get.
Okay.
If your needs, desires, and wants are being met, it comes naturally. Also, I think it depends on the type of person you are, but it comes naturally, for me at least, it came naturally to me to, want to take care of someone emotionally, physically, whatever. Like, just be there for someone.
What is the role?
To be
What
there.
is the
You
role?
see, okay, because a girlfriend, you're not just a friend. Number one, you are a friend. Sometimes
Number 2, you are a girl.
No, number one, you're a fool. Yeah, but seriously though, number one, you're a friend. You're a girl, you're a female in the sense that sexual stuff, right?
Yeah, that's what I was.
But
that's what
number
I-
one, you're a friend.
So the first role is to
Is
be
to be a
Is to
friend.
be his
His
friend,
friend.
like
Yeah.
to give a non-judgmental type of like support, eh? And also, I think sometimes I see like situations of which I'm a girl's girl. So sometimes, and I support women's rights and wrongs, yeah? But sometimes I see like you treat your boyfriend in a certain type of way that you wouldn't treat your friend. Like you're a bit cruel, or you say like you ask him for something and he doesn't have it at that moment and you're irritated. Mind you, this is someone who comes through for you other times. And then today he doesn't have it and you're like, ew, what, you're nagged. That's kind of mean, to be honest. You don't treat your friend like that.
That's true.
And if he's nice to you, if he's good to you, why would you get? So treat him like he's your friend. Then number 2, you're a girl. You've chosen not to be chaste. You know what you're doing.
To add on that,
I guess
this guy doesn't read mind, so say what you want.
Oh, true.
you've cooked. But is that a
Guys,
role?
I've-
Or that's advice? That's
Guys,
advice.
It's more like an
I've-
advice and
Yeah.
also partly a
Last
role.
week,
Yeah.
I was running errands
'Cause-
in town and I got one judge guy to like, take me here, take me there, take me here. Like, I had a bunch of things to do in like 1 hour. That ride of take me here, take me there. I don't know what this guy's babe did to him. He was like, first of all, I got a safe border, right? So the guy comes and I'm like, why aren't you dressed up? He was like, madam, I was sick as at home. I had malaria. So he said he had had malaria since for 4 days now. Then on the 4th day he said, but as a man, what am I doing at home? But I'm sick. Let me go and look for money. I said, okay. So I'm like, okay, here, we're first going here. We pick this up, then we go. He's like, okay. Then he's like, but why are women like that? I'm like,
Yeah, you're not hearing him. When you focus on your errands, he's trying to.
That guy
vent.
I say-
you're the first person he has talked to since.
I
he left
said,
home.
how are women? He said, mbu echicho chicho, ne change chafe.
Yeah.
I'm like, it depends on the woman. Women are like, why are women like that? Mbu, by the time a woman gives you, he said, Mbu, by the time a woman gives you 1K, 1,000 Ugandan shillings, first of all, you know she has 12K.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the ratio. Yeah.
First of all, you know she has 12K. And when she gives you that 1K, they are going to hold that 1K over you.
Yes.
Like, And then you're like, but then when it comes to my stuff, when it comes to me, I'm bedridden, but I must find a way to give you things. Mind you, you're working, you also have money. Why are women like that? I'm like,
That guy was cool.
If you ever cheat wearing a shirt she bought you, bro. Even cheating in a shirt I bought you. When she's putting on the dresses, the shoes, the bags, and all that shit, the wig you bought her, and you ain't saying shit like that.
Yeah.
and then he's like, and then women, leave even them being like that. Okay, you're like that, I accept. Why can't, I think here, what I understood from this conversation, this second part was, they were trying to say women lack accountability. You can ask a woman why she has done something. You try to have a conversation. Why don't women want to talk and understand? I was like, I'm confused. I'm like, I don't know.
I'm one of them.
No, I said, I told him, I don't know. I don't have a man. I don't know what they're doing. He was so frustrated and perplexed.
Yeah.
And I was using like cashless because I never move with cash. But then when I reached the final place I was going, I asked guys for cash to give this guy cash. Both on top of the cashless. Like, you're sick, your baby's
Just take
stressing
these
you,
dimes. Yeah.
take these dimes. You
Let me
deserve
tell
it.
you can't negate a man's experience. The guy is from his bed.
I feel him.
He's like, why? And Bambi, he actually looked sick.
Yeah.
Like, why are women like that? It's like, I don't
And that
know.
guy can't say anything to her, bro. That's why he's telling you.
Yeah, she may wild out when he talks to her about it.
When she gives you 1K, you know she has 12K.
Yeah.
And you're going to pay that for that 1K for the next 1 month.
Yes. Even though after paying it back, she'll always remind you of the time you got it.
But I think that's just how like a lot of women have been like socialized.
No, I told him
programmed
that that's how society is. Like,
Yeah.
society has conditioned us.
to be like to receive.
Guys, I'm this guy who is way against this 50-50 thing whereby I want to take care of my girl 100%. But I also want a girl, in case I'm unable to do something, help me out.
You're
But also,
cooking.
you see, you can't
You're
like.
cooking.
I also don't think it's fair for you to just always 100% be taking care of her, and then when things fall apart, you're plowing. She can't help. Bro.
Exactly.
She
See,
doesn't
that
know
muscle
how
has not been
to.
exercised at all, bro. It's
No.
not even something that she sees coming. That's why you find a lot of guys
Yeah.
like things fall apart. They can't even tell their chick, bro,
Yeah.
because their chick has not been prepared for anything like this
No,
before.
but at the
It has to
same
be like
time.
for emergencies. How many? It has to be for emergencies.
But at the same time, while for men it's financial and materialistic, for women it's emotional and that type of care. Like, if you see the statistics of men that walk away from sick wives as opposed to women that walk away from sick men, it's diabolical.
Who's compiling these stats, bro? That's a fucked up stat to compile.
Why?
Man, did you see your chick when she got sick?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
I couldn't do that
can
shit.
The census.
You can go, man.
Yeah, they're diabolical. Like, men really walk away from sick women.
Unfortunate, eh?
Yes. Whereas sick women stay and either nurse you to health or hold your hand till you die and even never remarry.
You know why?
Why?
A woman can stay when the guy has the money.
But if
This
you're
guy-
sick, which money do you have?
Maybe like your,
No,
your
I mean-
pension or something.
I mean
need
terminal
trust.
illnesses, like where she's finding money, she's nursing you, she's doing everything.
But also for the men, the reason why the men leave is because, bro, we are driven by sex. Like, if I can't have sex with you, like, there is something which is lacking.
Yeah, well,
The mother of your children
I don't know.
has cancer. And you
bad
say,
man.
man, I
Yeah.
can't smash.
Can't give me
Ah.
that box.
Okay, obviously not leaving her. You're not dumping her and leaving her for the world to take care of.
You're just not around at
You're gonna
night.
take care of her, but then you're gonna be looking around.
The hospital during the
You
day,
are
you're
the
day.
day shift.
You
bro.
say-
You're a day shift guy.
I'm a man.
Nighttime, I'll see you in the morning.
First sit up your sisoma.
That's mad.
Anyways, so the only role we've given her is she should be his friend, and I guess she should take care of his needs and he should take care of, well, she has asked for her role, not
No,
his.
for me,
Be his friend. I feel like that's-
yeah,
for
be
me, that's
his
what
friend.
Be supportive when things are rough. Be understanding.
No, be his friend only so much as give as good as you get. Don't overextend yourself. Like,
So being a girlfriend is very reciprocal in a way.
Yeah, but being a girlfriend is different from being a friend, so you kind of have to extend a bit.
no,
further.
you see, here's the thing. When I say be his friend, because I feel like with friendship, I can't speak for marriage. I've never been there. I've only tasted friendship being a girlfriend. With friendship, at least friendship, how I like it, is unconditional. Some days I can't pour into you, you pour into me. Some days you can't pour into me, I pour into you.
A poor girl. What's called? There's no contact with pouring, so you're just pouring.
Yeah, man.
Depends on what you're pouring.
There's pause meter.
Maybe they had said put into me. I can't put it into
Power.
That's
So-
way
So, but you see the
beyond
thing,
the pot
I
threshold.
feel like with relationships, though, especially girlfriend and boyfriend, it's very, very easy. Even in friendships, you have to watch out for that. It's very easy to be taken advantage of. And it's also very easy as a girlfriend to think, I'm not doing enough, and that's why I'm being treated in a certain type of way. So that's why I'm saying, give only as good as you get. If he's not being a friend to you,
How different is that from reciprocation?
don't be a friend to him.
I think it's the same.
It's the same.
It's the same thing. Yeah, reciprocate.
And she will
But
walk.
see, I mean, I don't get it. Because see, if
yeah.
I'm not in a good place and I can't be a friend to you right now, or like, let's say I'm being mean or I'm being like cruel or whatever, but this is not my permanent state. I'm being like this maybe because of my own zibs. Maybe I'm like, I don't know, replaying some. I don't know why I'm being like this, but I'm being like that. You have to give me some grace. I feel like
That's
as my
the
girlfriend.
thin line I
We
want to know.
can't be in a relationship for 1 year and you've been cruel for 9 months.
Yeah, of course not.
You need
That's
to
too
be
long. Of course
alone.
not. That's too long.
As,
Yeah.
But now, my question is, give what?
as good
Give
as you
much
get.
Give us good. Is that compounded over a period of time, or is it a moment?
No, the
Simple
thing is,
interest,
remember, you're also not
compound interest.
perfect.
Guy.
You're going to have bad days. You're going to have bad days. You're going to have sad moments. Da da da. How does he treat you in these moments? How does he accept you? How does he receive you? You get that tells you so much. Because if you're gonna be okay, he's having a shitty day. He lost money. He da da da, and then you're kind. Bro, there's a time they conned my ex. Mob dime. Why did he yell at me?
And you were being a
You're
needy
disturbing me and stealing
girlfriend.
my money.
No. She was probably being a needy girlfriend and she wasn't listening to what the guy
Mind
had
you,
to say.
when he introduced me to the guy who was doing the deal with, I told him I don't trust the guy. Why? He seems shady to me. I don't trust him.
Yeah, that's why I'm not trying to hear from you at this time when I've been conned. When I should have
Yeah,
listened
keep
to you
quiet,
before,
man.
man.
So you ignored me last time. Now
Yeah.
you call me and you tell me they've stolen your money. Like, oh my God, I've lost 30M, da 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 da.
How did you react to him yelling at you?
I was like, I'm sorry. No.
But literally, chicks are weak. A chick can now choose that opportunity to be like, is it that guy I told you not to do that business deal with?
Yeah, they choose
can't-
the
they do that with the
worst
phone.
time to say
They do that.
shit
They
like
do that.
Like,
They choose
why?
that time to do like that. I
Let me
told
tell
you
you by
so.
the
Just
way,
Look at this whole
actually,
shit.
I'm with that judge
Let's
guy.
just look
Why
at the
are
matter
women
at
like
hand.
these?
Yeah.
Like,
they pick and choose when they want to be like.
Let me ask you a
It has
paramount.
happened.
Let me ask you a
Nothing's
paramount
gonna
question.
change
Let me
it.
ask you a paramount question.
Let's fix it now.
But did I not tell you?
Yeah, you
You
did.
see, that's insensitive. So when I get
It's not
this,
the right time to
tell
bring
you.
it.
when I get this and I yell, you have to also receive the yelling. Yeah. I'm not trying to hear. That's stupid. I told you to
And
you
then,
know
and
what
he's
I
like, "Oh, we are tracking this guy. He's showing us he's in Nakasongola."
Bro, did I just fly there?
Yeah.
okay, Babes V gaming me, man.
Yeah.
And you see, the funniest thing is
Why
not
do-
even just girlfriends, just your friend, bro.
Yeah. Why do girls like
They
want
have just
guys to
told you-
understand their
you
mood
tell your- you
swings,
tell your friend who's
but they don't
a
want
bitch,
us
she'll
to?
be like,
They don't want to understand ours.
Now you were you looking when you were making that
Yeah,
deal?
yeah,
I can walk away, bro.
Okay. Can we do another sub?
Yes.
Nice.
You guys will hosted a doctor and spoke more than her. We love you though.
Did we?
I mean,
We just,
she's
We
a
just
doctor,
we just.
but we're podcasters.
Did we just more than that?
But our
I
job
feel
is
like
to
it was
talk.
equal, like it was a conversation,
Okay.
but we just.
That part was long.
With the way things are going, we are starting to look like apartment parents with one kiddo. What do you mean a basic crib is 700 mil? Who has that kind of bread?
700 what? 700
100 million Ugandan shillings
Shillings,
for a
yes.
very basic house. So it's looking like our generation are going to be apartment parents with one child.
I can't remember where I saw this thing.
Like 200 USD, 200,000 USD.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember where I saw this thing, but it was explaining how, like, currently under capitalism, the resources are getting concentrated. In fact, I think I saw this in like a thread or something. But the resources are getting concentrated among the 50, 60 and above, right? So there's a lot of money being made, but it's all being concentrated up there. So the only guys who are getting rich are guys who are either inheriting or stealing, or there are select few who like will get like a decent car job or a decent,
So-
but most of the rest in order for the money to stay with
You
the
have
rich
to
guys,
off your
it
parents.
has to be taken from us more or less. Like we have to be exploited in order for those guys to continue being as rich as they are. So those 700M cribs that guys are selling, most of them are being bought by those guys.
Melvin, do you have anyone you know in real life who is a forex trader?
Forex trader.
Oh my God, I think there's a submission about Forex traders. Yeah.
I know someone who has done it before. Then they did Forex trading. They did like the Bitcoin. Just even had him on the pod. Remember?
Yeah.
We had him on the pod. Why?
Because I've noticed that nowadays most of guys our age they
Are
are
doing Forex
they are
trading.
rich, like crazy rich.
The Forex traders.
Yeah, but I don't believe that that's actually the money gotten from that forex trading.
What do you think? You think they're scamming?
They are maybe trying to sell some cost to some guys,
If
the money they are
someone
balling with,
advertises,
it's from the guys.
exactly.
Who
If
are,
someone advertises their Forex trading or tells guys I got rich through Forex trading,
buy
know
my
what
course,
you're doing.
buy my course, and I teach you how to do it. That nigga is probably using your money to be rich.
Because, see, I get stocks. I get crypto. Forex. Foreign exchange.
I think he do Forex trading. I don't know if he does Forex trading. Apollo, does he not do Forex trading?
Actually,
What?
Apollo might be on to jazz
He
us.
might do
man.
Forex trading, but we'll ask him.
Apollo.
Yeah, Apollo.
Yeah.
Was on the pod.
Guys, soak your hoodies and sweatshirts before your girl visits. This woman wants to finish my closet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's smart. Damn.
Actually, yeah.
I had never thought of that, bro.
Interesting.
She finds you in one which you're wearing.
Well, the guys here are doing God's work.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that. That's a good
Give them to
idea.
your boy, man. You
That's a good idea.
take all of them to his
Trust
crib.
me, she'll sandra it as as soon as she
But let me
enters.
watch one.
And you'll always be like the chick who still lives with her parents, bro. You can never reach her room. You drop her at the gate. You never enter. That's the one who has your jazz.
Smart.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
In good faith, wagwan with Forex guys and posting chats. Man, I don't understand what the chats mean. At least slap an explanation below the chat you have posted so that we understand that you are either winning or tank.
Even when they explain, they use Forex terms, bro. They use Forex terms. So, like, it still means nothing to me, bro. Like, I don't know what you mean by
Like,
what.
I know what that
so
shit
and so
means.
drop, so and so rose, so and so.
But
So
you
did
see,
make
I'm
money
still
or not?
blah. Is Forex the same as stocks?
No.
Forex is different.
Yes.
I understand stocks charts, I understand crypto charts.
Forex is currency.
They are the
Forex
same.
is currency.
Crypto is
Useful.
also the same. Crypto is more like it's also a currency.
Yes, but
It's
here's
just
the thing.
decentralized.
Here's the thing. Yeah? Crypto is the margins of its movement are heavy in that today Bitcoin could be 80K, tomorrow it's 100K. Ethereum will be the same. Like
You're
it just-
wondering how
difference
much
is
does
your
Forex
profit.
where
move,
the
like
dollar
a
is
dollar.
36 to 3650, and now you've swapped dollars for pounds and you've made one more dime. But I don't get it.
No, for forex trading, there is this thing. It's like I don't think they actually exchange the currencies we are using in our day-to-day lives. They're exchanging the normal currency we are using with some digital shit, like because it may be like USD gold. It's the currency or the price of gold at that particular moment. You understand?
But you say gold is physical, like a digital thing.
No, the
So-
gold. Okay,
and
yeah.
crypto is not.
The amount at
hasn't
which you
been
can,
there for a long
the
time.
amount at which you can buy gold, it keeps on fluctuating, or even diamond. So the money you're buying it with $1, when it changes, when it increases, and when you're like having a portion of it, and then you sell, then you make profit.
Sido, are you
And
doing,
when
I know
that-
Sido. When are you doing Forex?
No, I'm not, but I'm this one person who's so curious. If I don't understand something, I go down that rabbit hole and I find out what's really making it
So
tick.
their
But that's how it is.
investments are steeped in other things, not exchanging foreign currency.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Interesting.
For me, all that jazz is just gambling, bro.
Yeah.
true.
All of it is just gambling. And I respect it. I will listen. The other day, I took the guy who washes my car now at the office. I gave him 10 bob. I came back on Monday. He told me, man, that 10 bob you gave me, I made 400K.
Eh.
Bet power.
I bet.
That's how a guy.
So you dig? You can sometimes you bang it roll. Now you can imagine a Forex guy, if he bets his 1K and he makes 40K, the guy can fast chill for a while.
Yeah,
You can fast chill. You can be like, bro, I cannot be, and you can't leave that thing.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
addictive.
You cannot
That's
leave that
It's
thing.
way addictive.
Realize this guy washed your car for 400 bob.
I was very close saying, man.
He washed your car.
Just give me
20
something.
minutes. Yeah.
I almost said, bro, first give me something for but I was like,
Yeah.
nah.
Okay. From my YouTube
Fair
mobster
enough.
to Casper, for better gut health, add white oats to your diet. Coincidentally, I have started taking oats.
Nice.
I don't know if it has made a difference, but my gut health is doing amazing.
I'll tell
right
you
now.
this. My gut health right now is so bad, bro.
Mine is so good.
It's so bad. And it's not even because how do I explain this? It's not because of what I eat. It's because when we moved,
Stress.
nada. When we moved, the neutrality is a bit high, bro. So
What does that mean?
like I'm not seated as low as I
Oh,
need
you
to be
don't have
seated.
that
Does make sense?
angle
Yeah,
where
I
your
don't-
knees are up.
Yeah. So I need to fix that. I need a bathroom stool, yeah. Because I be going like thrice, bro.
In the same pod. I mean the same sub, brother. To the gentleman, don't sit on your knees. You'll be toying with permanent joint issues. They're not designed for that.
What do you mean?
No, first relax.
What do you mean sit on your knees, bro?
I've not zagged.
I think they meant like, remember how
I think I'm trying
On
to.
the ankles.
Maybe he's saying the thing I'm trying to do.
Huh? What thing?
You're trying to do what?
This thing of sitting on my heels. Maybe that's what he's talking about. But I'll
Yes,
be
I
toying
tried
with
it yesterday with the guys.
Guys can't do it.
Nobody.
Guys can.
Guys can
Nobody.
do it.
One of the guys can do it. I did it.
You sat on your heels. Are you serious?
I was in pain for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But I did it.
I don't know. I disagree. Yes.
That.
Sit. Yes. That's that. For us, you can't do that.
I can't do that.
You can do it.
I'm
I
not
found
fit, but
out
I can do that.
But it's very painful.
Hey,
for
okay,
me.
you'll do it after that part. You do it after
It's
that. Or
painful for me.
Well, so why are girls so fit? Have you noticed that?
They're not fit.
They're
They're
flexible.
Girls be flexible in all weird ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being at Silo in the AM on a Saturday is crazy. All this just because you love us and want the best for us.
Literally.
Yeah, man.
I.e. you
That's
being
our
fresh
life,
for the
literally.
pod.
Yeah.
That's not
You all are the cutest. Also, Bambi, tell Ko a mobster to start a Mutungo Hill Run Club.
Mutungo.
You guys want to meet each other and vibe. I've jammed. Anyway, Bambi.
Mutungo has them. I don't know you. Mutungo has them.
Mutungo starts. I will
I'll
be
be
there.
there.
What time?
I'll be there. Before they pod.
On
Before
Saturday
they pod, I'll
morning.
be there.
So
Let me
who's
tell you,
going
I
to
can get
start?
up
Are you
at
going
6.
to start it?
Ah,
Man,
like, how many
such a
things will I start,
commitment,
bro?
Man.
But if it's day,
Someone started.
But
someone
someone-
started, we shall come.
Someone
Pause.
start it. When I'm done with school, maybe I'll join. But
Mutungo Run.
with school, with work, with the
Maybe.
pod,
There is no
But
maybe
Mutungo
here, I'll
is
be there.
steep.
Mutungo is, first of all,
But you're not jogging a steep hill with a buddy. Hey.
Now you have to reduce your pace. What?
Yeah.
yeah.
That's the
Speed up,
thing.
bro. Speed
That's the thing. You're working out your legs. You're jazzing.
I'm dead.
And you will walk.
Yeah.
You will walk.
Okay.
Have you guys ever participated in the Kabaka birthday run?
No.
Nah, man.
I've done
I really
MTN.
wanted to do this year, but
The MTN marathon.
Yeah, I used to
Bruh,
do
I
the
used to look
MTN
forward to that thing
marathons.
every year, but man.
I know it was fun. I've never done. I was supposed to do Rotaract last year, but
I've not done any of those.
I've never.
I've done one 5K.
you've done church.
two 5Ks.
You've done the church one, the
Yes, I've done the
Bugolobi church
Oh, that's
one,
coming up, actually. That's coming up.
Which
in,
church one?
Golobi-
the Golobi church.
the Bugolobi Anglican Church, Church
That's
of the
coming up.
Resurrection.
That's coming up.
Yeah, guys want to. How much is it? 20K?
Yes.
I've done a 5K and a 10K, but I don't know if I can do the 10K anymore. Like I need
the
to
cause?
start
What's
working
the
out for
cause?
it.
What is that? Course.
Cause good.
Cause. I think they have an outreach that they do after that, I think.
Okay.
My goal in life is to actually do a 42. At some point.
Proper marathon.
Yeah. At some point I have to do a 42. But I want to do a non-Ugandan 42.
Like
So I
out
have
of the
to-
country.
Yeah.
Okay.
So somewhere like maybe that London marathon, I don't know. But
Can
I
be
want-
your
I
first
want-
one, though.
Huh?
It can be your
Of
first
course
one.
not. That's why I said I first do 5, 10,
Bro,
21.
guys shit themselves,
Yeah.
vomit,
Yeah.
urinate,
Yeah.
pass out, as in it's utter
You
embarrassment.
can come back in a box.
Yeah.
Try and do your first marathon in a cold place or something.
Yeah.
And you can't breathe.
Okay.
In London, Gap sinuses.
Yes.
Man.
How would you deal with people who text you fast, but then take 3 to 4 days to reply? At your big age, it takes you 3 days.
Say my name.
Did you text Sydney?
But you initiate a conversation,
Say my
but then you don't hold it.
Yeah. You start the conversation, then it takes you 3 days to
Why
reply.
you do it in the first place then?
I don't know.
Live?
That's the thing about ladies.
That's the thing about ladies.
No. Here's the thing. A lady DMs,
Uh-huh.
and then you start jazzing, and then she disappears.
There's that thing babes do.
No,
where
you
have DM'd me
it started
and I
when
find
it's
the
me, you
conversation.
chasing me, and now it has turned into me chasing you. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Babes can text
Yeah.
you, hey, you text back, hey, how are you? I'm okay.
Auntie,
Now what do I say?
Actually, I can't
your
allow
run.
a
Hold
conversation
your
remain in
run.
that hey.
Oh,
shit.
that's why you guys are getting caught offside, bro. Don't always go. Just because you've seen the over the top ball is coming, now you relax.
You have to,
So
you have,
what do
you have
you
to
do?
gain the
Okay.
diagonal.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Hold it.
So you, what do you do, Melvin?
Detach, bro.
Or like if they're not
Detach.
replying your text?
Yeah, like you can kind of tell if the conversation is not going anywhere, bro. What am I carrying it for? You texted me. You said what up? I said what up. You said how's your day? I said man, it's good. How's yours? It's good. Let's leave it there, bro.
It's so
Check-in
crazy.
complete, man.
Yeah,
Bro,
that's what I used to do nowadays.
me
I'm
be
just
having-
like, "Mother, I'm not going to stress. Nga, you've initiated the
Bro,
conversation.
me, my fingers be itching. Like, I
Or-
type fast to
Yeah.
the point that I want the conversation to continue.
Or if you're very like, if you really want to know, just ask. Like, what's up? Why did you text me?
Oh, that's me.
Yeah. ask
Somebody
directly.
DM'd me, a guy who I know casually, but not like I know from like childhood or something like that. So they DM me. I'm like, hi, and then I'm like, hi. And then the conversation starts, how are you? I'm okay, da. So I'm like, so what do you want? Why did you DM me?
Wow.
As in, we were not friends in childhood. We knew each other. So we're not catching up. So what do you want? We just knew each other.
Question. How do you feel about guys DMing you about one of your friends that you've posted? Friends or relatives or whatever.
Give me a scenario.
I
No,
asked.
It's for chicks in particular.
I-
It's for a guy, I'm just gonna be
Oh,
like, who's
your
this chick?
scenario is like you've posted Casper, and the guy goes like, "Hey man, how is she?" Man?
No,
I
Not me.
posted a female
a
friend.
chick has posted a female friend of hers.
Yeah.
And let's say maybe you and I are not even close. Just a random guy who also follows you.
So it's a guy asking a babe about
Yeah.
a babe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, observe.
I get whatever I can of you, your photo or your whatever. I show my friend and I say this person's asking about you. However she feels about it is how I proceed. If she's
How
like
about-
yuck,
How about if you know the person?
I'm
It's
like,
Melvin
man,
asking
it won't
you.
work, man.
You tell me it won't work.
And I'm like, man, first year, man.
It's, okay. It's Melvin asking you.
Or if it's Melvin, I'll give him the phone one immediately. I'm like, don't bother, man.
Yeah.
I like
But
that.
that's why
I like
this
that.
can't even apply to you. This
What?
applies to like a different, like a random chick. Because I can't remember the chick you sent me. I contemplated asking her, but you know me, I felt funny, bro.
The chick I sent you.
Yeah.
Hey, you fool. When
I
you
felt funny. I felt funny. You know I can't follow
Yeah, that
through.
would
Me, I have a different approach to this.
Uh-huh.
Like when I see like Casper posting a chick, if it's not Snap, maybe because they are there, the handle will be there.
You add.
I add.
What if the handle is not?
But if it's like, let's say IG, also I'm gonna check into the captions to see, or I may even go into the chick who posted the picture, the photos, to check other pictures she might have posted with her. She probably might have put the handle, and then I may like.
But that doesn't
Do
change
that.
anything. I don't accept Snap requests from people I don't know personally.
One day you will.
Yeah.
Husband is there.
My husband's not on Snapchat. He's not the yellow app. No.
Yes. What you guys have against Snap?
Okay.
No, add. The day I become a hard guy, you'll add me.
I'm dead. Guys, I got a job that only focuses on the end results after working 4 years in a suffocating environment. Yay.
Nice. So I guess
Nice,
like
nice,
she has
nice,
freedom
nice,
now
nice,
to
yeah.
do her work how she wants.
I
Like
kind of don't know
Netflix.
what to do with this free time. It's too much freedom and my brain is in a lot of shock. I always feel like I've not done something, yet I've done all I had for that day.
I get you.
Yeah.
I get you.
That's
Looking
the
for
goal.
Netflix.
I don't know.
That's
the
how
goal.
I
Netflix
get it. The
does it.
transition can be crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And release yourself, bro. Like, release yourself from the need to like always be working, bro. Like,
Yeah.
if you're doing like just an amount of work that you can manage and you're still being paid a wage that you're okay with, that's the goal, bro.
There has to
That's
be a lot of Spanish discipline in that.
Yes.
Spanish,
I'll
lot
tell
of
you this.
Spartan.
It's also okay for you to be there and rest, bro.
Yeah.
Because I get coming from like a high octane environment and now you do not know how to use your newfound freedom.
Bro,
Sometimes.
you're not rendering anything here. First release that Octane Jazz.
I know some English.
Share me some geek shit sometimes. I feel like ever since Casper came, guys have reduced the geek on this pod. Maybe it's because Magic is not
Why?
around. These guys used to be throwing around some terms, bro. I used to just be here like, what are these guys talking about, bro?
No, but
Like in a war zone.
I will tell you
To
this.
be
If
fair-
you want us to geek, we can
to
geek,
be
bro.
fair, the law jazz has increased,
Has it?
hasn't
I feel like
it?
that reduced, that increased. The legal
I think
jazz.
the
Yeah,
Lodgers
true.
is still there. Because it was there before, it was just
But I feel like now it has
it was
increased
just
a
one-sided.
bit.
Does
Yes.
that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
this guy would tell us.
With Magic,
Now.
there used to be a bunch of slangs.
That's true.
Yeah. And for you guys, you're using mob legal terms. And this guy is using that shit like.
High octane is so normal.
Yeah, it is. It is normal, but then for a person who
I
knows
don't know.
the field,
Do you
I'll
have a
definitely
babe
understand
listening
it in
to
a
today's
particular
pod,
way.
what
I tell you, Sile about.
You
some
should white.
things
I
into
think
my
the way,
DMs.
the way you were
Oh, he
arguing.
defended,
Yeah.
Vehemently. Shout out Magic, man.
What's the
Magic
whitest
is
babe name
reading
you know?
these comments, by the way. So keep like commenting to Magic, but
Yeah,
not
man.
not Magic come back. Just say
Is
Magic,
it-
man.
the-
Say Magic.
The person who commented, I'd do anything for Magic to come back.
Yeah,
Pause.
I saw
That's
that.
what they said. Pause.
Respected it.
They also sent a submission. Guys, for real. I'd do anything for Magic to come back. Pause.
Pause.
Bruh.
Yeah.
This nigga is copying
The
and
pause is
pasting.
acknowledged.
That's a
Guys,
very
Guys,
acknowledged
try
point.
using
I'll do
different words for
anything.
submissions and comments.
Okay, what do you guys do in your free time during office hours if you're not reading?
If we're not reading, free time during
It's
office
maybe
hours.
like,
Yeah.
I don't have office hours. So.
Free time during office hours.
Man, does your boss know you're free during office hours?
Free time as in I'm not paying you for that time.
As in, it's a
Or free
bit
time as in
idle.
you're free on my time.
They are free on your time.
Nah. I go home, bro, or I leave the office. If I have nothing to do at all, I'll leave. And that's, bro, I can't remember the last time I was in the office with nothing to do. Absolutely nothing to do. I just go home, bro. Go home or go somewhere else.
Yeah, to be fair, you actually do that.
Yeah.
Yesterday you called me at lunchtime. This guy's like, man, I just came back home to eat. Blah, blah. You do
I be
you do
eating.
do
Yeah, I be
that,
going
so.
home every day to eat, though.
I, for one, I'm reading for finals. So, I'm
You'll
stressed.
be reading.
I don't have office time, so.
Yo, guys, I had this thing before I shifted, before I relocated to this side. When I was in Res, I was thinking that, you know, when I get into a place which is closer to the places I usually hang out in, I'm going to be outside mob. Bro, I can't count the number of times I've been out.
Yeah.
And it's always been from there to the Mob Jazz podcast recording
Something
session.
funny about paying rent that makes you want to stay in the house, bro. No matter where you are, man.
You're like, I need to
I'm in the
give my
house
time.
mob.
You
yeah.
have to eat those dimes. Your
Yeah.
rent
You think
dime.
you're just paying to keep bugs? Yeah, you have to enjoy.
I see our other problem is whenever you leave the house, you spend money.
Yeah.
So, man, if you're spending money to stay in the house and spending money also when you leave the house,
That
There's
I think
something
can be
is not adding
subconscious.
up.
you'd rather
Yeah.
us be here, man. Rather be here.
I think this one might have been directed at Sido. They didn't give his name, but
It sounds like
like the gist.
The DNA is there.
Yeah. Is kissing well at the cinema PDA? They're all of Sido's favorite things in life.
How old are you? Kissing at the cinema is for like 12-year-olds, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Go to the cinema
It
to
is
watch
not
a
for 12
movie.
years old. If you're 12 years old, don't do that.
Okay, I meant we did it us. That's when you were young.
have you guys watched
It's a bit
Sinners yet?
young, bro.
No.
Nice.
Have
I
you?
have.
How was it?
Spectacular.
Don't spoil, don't spoil, don't spoil, don't spoil.
Spectacular.
Don't spoil.
If he says spectacular, now I believe because I've had like 10 out of 10 data from guys who I don't know or trust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, for you, a movie guys.
I've
who I
heard
trust.
Is it
good
scary?
things about it.
No, it's actually okay. It has some bit of scary stuff, but not scary to the point of.
I asked my cousin. He went to watch it, and he posted it on Snap. And then I asked him, "Oh, how is it? Like, is it scary?" Now this is a Gen Z, right? So he first says, scariness like 6 out of 10. Then the next day he comes back, he's like, nah, scratch that. There's only one real jump scare. So I think it's like 4 out of 10. I'm like, this is not someone I can
Maybe
trust.
Takes a lot to scare me.
Just
So
didn't watch the horrors we watched.
be hard.
Yeah, I'll tell you
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
These guys say that this Final Destination, they are making a new one.
Mm-mm.
Final
I've outgrown
Destination.
that. No,
I
no,
would
I'm
actually
not.
watch
I'm not outgrown action.
I would watch it.
I'm
Not
actually ready
outgrown,
for
but,
it.
No.
Me, I would
wouldn't watch
the
it.
Final
I choose
Destination.
joy.
My heart can't take
I
it.
choose joy.
My heart
I
can't.
feel like that thing has
But
made
yeah.
me numb to
To
being
round
like
it off, don't kiss in the cinema, man.
to being scared.
It's not
Final
kawaii.
It's
Eh?
not kawa.
Yeah, it's
Sorry?
not kawaii. I
Final
agree.
Destination.
Yeah, movies like that.
Kissing
I
in
don't
the
think
cinema
there is
just
anything which
bad.
can scare me.
Don't
The
kiss in
Nun
the
is a
cinema.
shit now.
In fact, just don't kiss.
I'm
man.
cow.
Just don't kiss.
And
Sydney.
I'm reformed.
In the cinema.
No, he's saying don't kiss in general.
Just don't kiss.
He's so greedy, he only wants kissing for himself.
Just be chastity, man.
Amen.
Yes.
Casper, you sound so much like Claude. I don't know if that's how she pronounces her name. Claude?
Claude.
On TikTok. It's crazy. If she lived in Uganda, I wouldn't have a doubt that she was you. You know her?
Crush, bro. That's my
Yeah, that's
crush.
one of Melvin's
That's my
crushes.
crush.
Claude.
She's a Kenyan girl. She has short blonde hair.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
You know,
bro.
I don't use TikTok, so I don't know.
She's beautiful. She has to come on the pod. One day, mark my words, actually will be on this pod. I tell you, if you guys say I choose my
Mark my
crush when she
words,
comes
Mr.
here.
Gibbs.
But she will know.
Mark
Keep
my
it
words.
P. How she know?
I'm going to judge her.
We'll be cool about it. These guys are fake. They'll be commenting. Man, that's Melvin's crush. Melvin's crush.
Relax.
Okay. Thoughts on oral herpes (brackets HSV1) in Uganda in particular?
Yeah, don't kiss, man. That's what I'm telling you.
Are they
Kiss.
giving us the
Don't
thoughts
kiss,
or
Eh?
Don't kiss.
are they giving us the thoughts?
No, they're asking for your thoughts.
Don't
Crazy
kiss.
We're
having your
chased
mouth
over
being a
here.
disease carrier. It's crazy.
And here's the thing, you can't know, like, because it flares and unflares.
Mm.
So there are times it's visible, there are times it's not. Just don't
Maybe
kiss.
it's the
man.
wrong time to bring this up, but I've had a wound on my lip.
Oh.
Don't kiss
It's
Melvin.
the wrong time to bring it up, but like, you know when you bite your lip, and then that other layer comes.
Yeah.
Brother,
Okay,
my
I
lip.
can see
That's why I've been applying this because it dries my lips
sorry.
out. I've been taking antibiotics and shit.
Sorry.
Yeah.
And you know, because the lips are moist, pause. Like, the wound never dries. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
This is another. There's a beautiful babe on TikTok named Claude, whose voice sounds exactly like Casper's. As convinced that she and her are one person for some time. Live, laugh, love the pod.
That surely lives in Toronto, bro.
And she's Kenyan.
She's Kenyan.
Guys, I don't have a
There's
Kenyan
no-
accent, do I? I don't.
Let me look up Claude.
What inspired the new sport?
We just wanted a change of environment. Yeah, just change the vibe up a bit, man. We might not be here for forever either, so
True.
don't get too comfortable, man.
Okay.
But yeah.
Casper, me, I don't want you. But if you have a sister, I'm down.
I respect it.
Are you negging me? Because insinuating that you would want to be with my sister is like a backhanded compliment. Do you get? Are you negging me?
Not really. It also just implies maybe he's younger than you. He knows you don't want younger guys, but he wants your younger sis.
Anyway, negging or not, I'm an nigga.
Yeah, no so.
You're,
Just sisters from other mothers though, and they're kawa.
don't you leave my friends alone. Okay. I will do anything for Magic to be back. Pause.
You posted it twice. You
Yeah.
can't even pause that now. You said it twice. No more pausing, bro. You're
Someone
thirsty.
said thoughts on the US-China trade war. You guys don't be watching the pod. What is it?
Probably old from
That's the
before.
funniest
This
thing.
came in last night.
Had we
I've received
posted the
a
other
bunch
pod?
of comments on that.
That's why we
What we
delved
had.
into it.
People be watching news.
I've seen the articles actually.
Sure.
Really interesting articles. And someone explaining how they agreed with everything you said, but they wanted to provide more context, particularly with regard to the tariffs. And he kind of showed me the tariffs that America had already against other countries. And he's saying that, like, the real falsity with what Trump is saying is implying that America
We're
did
suffering.
not have tariffs on other guys, but everyone had tariffs on America. So the only guys who America didn't have tariffs on were the NAFTA guys, which is Canada and I think Mexico. But everyone else, they had tariffs, and he showed me what the tariffs were. So, yeah. You see who? No.
Sounds almost like what he wrote. Anyway,
Yeah.
people fiending over Casper is just a testament to the horniness of niggers.
Okay.
Where was this behavior for Sydney? Some even told him to go back behind the cam. No.
Yeah.
That's not a lie, though.
Bro, the reason is we had by the time Casper came on, our audience was like 70% men. So yeah, guys were not trying to see another man. But you know what I mean.
But-
But needed a female presence.
But nah, I beg you to give us a vague description of her face. I've been a fan since Radioactive, and I've been a patron since the second month of Patron.
Crazy.
Now, do you know Claude?
Day one.
Claude,
Claude.
I don't look
Claude
like
at
Claude.
all.
I don't know, me, I'm just judging.
You're throwing them
Oh, but
out.
I've said I have a big forehead.
You do have a big forehead.
And I'm like a shed. This fall today, this week, I told him my results in my course, my MBA results came out. He said, big brain, small jaw. My head is shaped like an ice cream cone.
This chick is smart though. You know she's smart.
An ice cream cone.
With ice cream on it.
So that's a description for you. That's what like an ice cream cone shaped head, bro. Yeah, ice cream cone, long hair.
Short jaw.
And I'm like one shade lighter than Melvin.
Oh, so you admit that you're more light skinned than me.
I'm more light skinned than you, but you're not dark skinned.
What does that make me?
We both fall in the middle category.
I'm a darker skinned man.
Oh, no.
Fair enough.
Darker.
Fair
We're
enough.
both
Not darkest.
We're both
Darker.
average. Okay, I can't lie. Sydney was looking chiller built or something in the last video. Is he giving Jim badly?
Guys, I will tell you
Badly.
this. I'm cooking.
If Sydney was in a gym, bro, he would be fucking like this.
Oh, yeah. We know.
Believe me. When he's back in the gym, hey.
Hey, guys.
Easy.
I won't lie. I'm cooking.
Yeah.
Can any of you guys lick your elbow?
I don't even want to try, man.
I tried when I saw it. Mine stopped here.
Before I even stick my tongue out, I'd first see if I have the shoulder. My shoulder, so
Guys just want to see how long your tongue is. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. You're giving me
Guys just want to see the tongue. Don't let guys see your tongue for free.
nothing.
has to be a process. Nah.
Okay. Casper, I really enjoy your thought process on the pod, and I think we'd have great conversations. Since we're both fans of La Chateau, would you be open to grabbing a meal there sometime? This is a friendship shot. I'm younger than you and have zero romantic intention, but I do love good conversations. You're speaking my
that.
language.
I like
Can
that.
come
I like
to
that.
How do I sit with you guys? Let me just be there around.
Be there.
Yeah.
You,
The next
yeah,
table.
DM us.
Okay, guys, you know, guys, you're
DM on
cock
Snap, bro.
blocking. I'm not gonna lie.
No, we're not cook blocking. The
DM
guy
us
said he has no
on
romantic.
Snap.
Why are you
but
there,
some
though?
people don't have Snap. If you're a patron, DM us on Patreon.
Why are you saying us?
It's a
He's asking you.
Friendship shot.
Not
DM
us.
me
Yeah.
Snap.
on
If-
Snapchat.
If he wants to be your friend, he will download Snapchat.
Yeah.
Nigga,
literally.
what?
Literally. She's down here with a Snap.
Why don't rate
Please.
Snapchat? DM me
Oh,
on Patreon.
I'ma use Snap.
Okay,
Or-
call her on 077.
or DM me on IG. These boys never check the IG.
I check
You
it
don't know that?
from time to
You
time.
checking? I've already opened messages. Mind you, didn't you guys be missing messages? Because me, I open out of curiosity and I don't respond.
See? So what's the point?
So guys,
So
please
why are you asking to DM you on IG? Because you're going to ignore it.
DM me on IG, on the Mobjazz IG or the Mobjazz Snapchat, and let's do this. Or if you're on Patreon, by the way, Patreon would be best. DM me on Patreon.
Okay.
Okay, a dilemma. Oh, Nile's special is a national treasure and it belongs in the National Museum.
Yeah, it's too strong for me though.
Let's
I agree.
end with a dilemma. So I met this babe. She's 2 years younger than me and she absolutely likes my company. But she told me she's not looking for anything serious right now. She comes over and we get to action and I'm catching a little. And like, I think she is too. But I don't want to make it weird or to lose her. What should I do?
Don't do anything.
Pardon?
Don't do anything. You're getting girlfriend experience and then you're... Nigga, what's wrong with you?
You should just stay right where it is.
Yes.
Leave it where it is.
Don't even blink.
But it's catching feelings.
Auntie,
She's
no,
also
okay.
catching feelings.
He
Acting
thinks
upon the
she's
feelings,
catching
what is
feelings.
going to change? It's the same jazz which is happening.
Yes.
Stay in the, like, be constant.
in the
shouldn't
situation.
talk
Have you heard
about
of the
it, you shouldn't
Newton's
bring
second law of
You shouldn't
motion?
bring it up, nothing. You should just let it be what it is.
This guy said Newton's
Second law, an object in motion
Stays in
It has to
motion
stay in
unless-
motion
stays in
until
motion.
until something fucks with it.
Yeah, interesting.
He wants to remove the motion by speaking.
Don't fuck
I
with
don't
the
think he-
motion,
I think
bro.
he's just like, I think he's just feeling like, he's feeling feelings, bro.
Yeah.
Like, man, I'm starting to feel this shit. It seems she's starting to feel me. Now it's making me like, a bit like, putting me on edge a bit because the feelings have
No,
arrived.
but remember I said in the beginning she told him she didn't want anything serious.
Oh, is that what she said?
Yeah. That's why he's wondering what should he do because he's catching
Oh,
and he thinks
she's the one who said
she's
it.
the one who said it and he's catching and he thinks she's also catching.
Question no. If you don't want anything serious, right? Okay, she said she didn't want anything serious. Did he say he also didn't want anything serious?
No, he
I
didn't
think he
tell us.
went with it.
He went with it.
So then that's your thing. If you also don't want anything serious, I feel like you can both catch feelings and still not keep, like it can still not be serious. You can have feelings for each other, continue doing what you're doing, but knowing this is not going to be anything serious. Right? But now for you, if you want something serious and she doesn't, and you're starting to catch feelings, Bro, you better release while you have time, bro.
I'll tell you this: the dog thing to do is what Wendy said.
No, but
Keep quiet.
it's not a dog thing because
When she's around, you're like, oh my God, but you're dying. You
it's
can't.
not a dog thing because it's your feelings that are going to get hurt, bro.
Also,
First she's chilling.
it's lucky a dog thing.
First she's chilling because she said from the beginning she didn't
Yeah.
want anything serious.
You're not going to suffer, bro.
So how is it a dog thing? You're a what?
You're a dog.
You're a
to
barking
yourself,
dog
bro.
that seldom bites.
Yeah.
Does he want
You
to
know what?
propose
The
though?
right thing to do.
No, but I think he wants like something serious now.
Maybe he might want
The
something
right thing
serious.
to do is to release, bro.
Yeah.
To release.
Yeah.
But he likes her.
Yeah, don't really.
Yeah, but
And
like,
he's enjoying.
yeah, but if you guys at your own detriment, like you know, you're feeling things you're going to keep suffering, but you're enjoying because of Lash.
Anyway, if you tell her, don't worry. If you tell her, they'll release you.
But I was saying guys die because of stress. Yeah.
It's so funny that I don't think I didn't think that guys actually get that.
Catch feelings. One.
Once it's like once like you guys establish it in the beginning.
Guys can catch.
Yeah.
Nigga, I detach 100%.
You don't know what I've
Guys
been
can
through, my
catch.
friend.
Guys
Firstly,
can catch. Yeah.
The
In
best
fact,
wo-
if we could do a poll, we would.
the
Guys
best women
can
in your
catch.
life are ahead of you. I'll say that, bro.
the ones who are going to make him catch.
You can catch, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
What was I
Anyway,
going
but
to
you
say?
never know. She might be. I told you, if you tell me you love me, I'll tell you I love you back. She might
That's bad advice. This is
Yeah,
let your
bad
that's-
delusion
bad
fly.
advice.
I would
But,
tell you the honest truth, because
Bounce.
you guys, we can say everything. But if a guy is catching, you might be enjoying the lash. You might be enjoying the box.
But when you see on a
after-
date,
Yeah, after,
Hold your chest.
That's the stress that kills guys.
that's why monks don't die.
Yeah, monks are kawa. Celibacy. Celibacy.
Chastity.
Chastity.
Yeah.
Those monks are kawa. They don't have to deal with this jazz.
Yo, but on what facts is he basing off this conclusion that she's also catching feelings?
He's
We don't know.
assuming that
It's
she's
an
catching
assumption.
feelings.
Oh, he's assuming.
Because
Yeah.
he's catching feelings.
He said,
Now he's
I
really
He's now
get
projecting
to
his
us.
feelings to her.
Yeah,
and,
now
and that's why I said if
reading
he
into
speaks, they'll bounce him.
Yeah.
So,
Brother,
Let
let me tell you.
You should be like, what did I tell you in the beginning?
Well, she's spicing up the things, and for you, you're ruining the things.
yeah.
You think, what's wrong with you?
And I mean this in the most respectful way. Sometimes a person you can mess with is not a person you want to date respectfully.
That as well.
That's true.
That as well. Yeah.
But also, I think, guys, let's encourage doing things with people who you like. Even if, yeah, no, positive and chill. Like, I think that as a baseline, whether you're looking for something serious or not, let it be with someone who you at least like as a person. We can both know that, okay, I don't think this is going to go any further, or it's going to, but like, can you at least like each other? So that when like you're in that, like, you're on some pillow talking jazz or whatever, like you admit that, bro, I actually like this person, but I can't see myself in a relationship with them, and that's okay, bro. It's not guaranteed that, oh man, because I like you, now we have to be in a relationship as a must. Nah, it's not by force, but at least I like each other, bro, at the minimum, man. Yeah.
This will be our final one. Hi Pod, did Casper feature on the cooking pod sometime last year?
Bro, that's mother.
Guy wants to cheat.
That wasn't
That's
me.
mother.
This guy is trying to
I also-
cheat.
That same guy, remember in the comments also said, bring back mother.
They also DM me on Snap.
That bring back mother.
That's mother. Mother is kawa.
Shout out mother though. I meet her from time to time.
I loved the pod with the silo guy. We should have more pods with guests of that caliber, i.e. young successful business guys. It's really inspiring to hear from them.
Agreed. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Listen. Thank you guys for getting to this point. How far are we? How long do we do?
Your fave, an hour 58.
Let's try and get it to 2 hours, man. If it's jazz for a bit.
You do know that we have
Yeah,
Patreon
man.
to
We
shoot.
do have Patreon.
And you know
You know that it's almost
4 o'clock.
4.
Is it? Okay. We're about to shoot the Patreon episode. So remember to subscribe. Remember to like. Remember to share.
Yeah, man.
Plans for the weekend? Anyone?
I'm chilling.
What am I doing tomorrow?
We can discuss that on Patreon, actually.
Well,
I
let's-
don't know what we're going to
All
discuss.
that jazz is for Patreon.
Yeah.
You guys are not going for Jamie.
No.
In a way. Like, I'll check if I have tickets. So they sent me tickets for the last event.
I do.
You do?
Send them to me.
Ooh, I'm actually going.
Nice.
They're in my neighborhood, so.
Yes, they are.
Enjoy.
Um,
I'm
yeah,
hungry.
man. Guys, listen.
Bye.
This was fun as always.
About the La Chateau person, Bambi, that's cute.
You're speaking our language, bro.
You're speaking my language.
badly.
So, if you have Snapchat, DM the pod on Snapchat.
And when you see her, don't Kendu Gambo. Relax.
What do you mean? Or like
telling
or
guys who
taking a
Casper
photo of me
is.
and just saying, "Oh, Casper, this is her
Relax.
government name. This
Yeah.
is where she works. This is."
Yo, I've been thinking about
Yeah.
changing.
He will deny
this,
knowledge of you.
This
I
ending
will.
thing I've been saying. You guys be
Like-
kissing their moms.
You guys don't kiss your moms.
How many of you guys be kissing their
Don't
moms?
kiss my mom.
I've been saying hug your dad, kiss your mom. But do you guys be kiss? Yo, let us know in the comments if you kiss your moms, bro.
Like a
Father
peck
can
on the
change it,
cheek,
yeah.
a bizu.
Should I say peck your moms? I don't know. But if I say kiss your mom, obviously I'm not saying like, don't be weird, bro.
Don't
Hug your dad, kiss your mom, check on your boys, text your babe,
Chastise.
and be chaste, bro. Be chaste.
Yeah.
That one.
Let's maintain some chastity for the week.
Chastise
let's
is
remain-
negative, right?
Yeah, chastity.
Baby steps.
Yeah.
Start with a week.
And heal, bro.
Yeah.
Heal so that in your
heal.
50s, you're not chasing 19-year-old chicks, bro.
Yeah.
When you have all the money in the world.
That's true.
Anyway, Africa must unite, man.
Bye.
Peace.